Yo guys, chill. It's your main man here, Double H. I know before we go, this is obviously going to be the second part of our Euro intro. It's going to be the second part of our Euro intro where we're going to dissect and get into England and all those other crews. Guys, remember, guys, if you want to join in on the discussion, simply click the link on my Twitter page. I posted the link in my Twitter page. So if you want to be part of the discussion, simply click the link. But before we go into dissecting the teams and so forth. I wanted just to get people's thoughts on something. And I think that is the whole Sancho thing. Let's just keep it real. The Sancho transfer is happening. And I have my personal view towards it. But people think that my view towards it is compromised because I'm coming from a place of bias coming from the UCL winners. So hopefully, I just want to just get people's objective points of view about this whole Sancho thing. Because as you well know, your boy Sancho is about to say what's up and move to Man United. And my view is that I think that this is a bad move for Sancho because I just don't feel that United is the right club where the very best players should be going to because they are coached by a Norwegian PE teacher. But people say United is still one of the biggest club in the world, and they still are in a place to attract the very best, which I find wild. So let me come first to Wilton with this. Sancho going to Man United. Do you think it's still a good move for him because United is still relevant, or do you think it's a bad move for him, good or bad, for Sancho going to United?
Well, if he wants to win Champions League and compete at the highest level, it's not a good move for him because Manchester United, let's keep it real, the last time to me they were relevant was in 2013. Like, they can't even beat Villarreal in the Europa League final, and that's the team you're going to because he's getting Champions League football consistently at Borussia Dortmund. My thing is, yes, going Manchester United, of course. Who doesn't want to play for Manchester United? It's a big club. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, really? That's their manager? You want to go play under them? People keep on telling me, oh, that's what Manchester United is lacking. They need more attacking players because Rashford can't do it all. Mason
But
Greenwood
who
is
is
still
managing
young.
them? You can have all the best players in the world, but
Exactly.
if you have a brick as a manager, then how is that going to change anything?
Exactly. That's why I don't think he should go to Manchester United. Not yet. Because it doesn't matter if you could have all the best player in the world. If you don't have a world-class manager, it's not really get you anything. For example, aka Chelsea. We saw it with Frank Lampard. He had all those talents. And let's keep it real. Nobody saw Chelsea winning the Champions League. When Tuchel came in, it's like a switch just came on. But it's his favorite club. I know he grew up in Manchester.
So who cares?
No, I'm saying you have to see it from his perspective. This could be his last chance. I don't think it's his last chance to go to a big club because if you're a world-class talent, big club always gonna need you. So if I'm Sancho, I wouldn't go to Manchester United. But I feel like he's gonna go with it because he's been working for Manchester United for the longest. They say he should have went last season, but Manchester United, they want to pay the fee for Dortmund. It makes sense. We were in a pandemic, so money's tight right now. But if I'm Sancho, I wouldn't even go to Chelsea either too because I don't think Chelsea need him because Chelsea need a number 9 more than a Wenger. Sancho, hey, you could go to Real. You could come to Real Madrid, bro.
Easy. No, Chelsea need him more. Chelsea
take Vinicius spot because we're not getting Mbappe this summer. So Sancho, hey man, why don't you call Don Perez, bro, and slide up into his DM, bro? But I don't think it's the right move. I know Manchester United fan are salty, but keep it real, guys. I don't think Sancho should go there yet. You don't have a world-class manager. Your club haven't been relevant since 2013. That was the last time you guys won a
and also, I think Sancho is doing. I mean, look, it is a great signing for United, but so was getting Pogba.
It was the same
so was
thing
getting
with Pogba.
Cavani. So
I never understood the Pogba signing because Pogba, you went from a team that was in the Champions League.
But remember, he was at United from youth level though, so he has history.
Same thing with Sancho. He grew up in Manchester. That's why I feel like he's gonna go there because it is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my 2 cents on it.
What about you? 87 man, Sancho to United, man. Talk to me.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to happen. It seems like the transfer, some would argue it should have happened last season. To me, honestly, though, I think Sancho should actually stay at Dortmund because I feel like he's still 21 years old, and I still think he can have some good years. And I feel like if he goes to United, I feel like there's going to be so much huge pressure on him, and I feel like it would be difficult for him to play for his game because Dortmund, I feel like Dortmund are like more guaranteed to be in the Champions League, whereas Manchester United, So in my opinion, I think he should stay at Dortmund and then maybe see like when he's like 24, 25, then maybe go to make that big move to a big time club, in my personal opinion.
Rob.
Yes. Well, I think that United have a very good team, but they don't really have a great manager. So that might be the only issue with going to United, because you can't really trust Solskjaer at the moment. So I would say.
Is he harming himself with this move, or do you still think that, oh no, it's not going to really harm his career? He can just put his head in and then do what he does, or do you think this could be harmful for his career?
I don't think it will harm his career. I think it will still be a good career move, but they might not win anything with Solskjaer there. But it will not harm his career. I think it will maybe improve it, because Manchester is a much bigger club than Dortmund.
But okay, so it's a bigger club, but yeah, of course it's a bigger club, but is it good for his career? What is better for his career right now? Where he is right now, that or Dortmund, where Marco Rose could be coming in, or going to United? Okay, massive exposure, but you're playing under a PE teacher who can't beat Villarreal.
Yes, but you don't know how well Marco Rose will do with Dortmund, because he might flop as well. We don't know.
Okay. Antonio Badani, talk to me, man. Sancho.
Can you hear me, Chich?
Can hear you crystal clear, loud and clear. All
right. So I actually think this is the best fit for, as of right now, the teams looking at him. I know it was Chelsea, potentially Liverpool. I would say he would fit better with United than any of those teams. He could fit well with Chelsea. It's just I'm not sure it's gonna happen. But is it good for his career right now? I felt like last year he should have gone, to be honest, but I guess stuff with Dortmund happened. And then, I don't know, maybe now he should wait. I'm not sure. But I think he could do great at United. He could help them a lot. I don't know how
so he could lead them to a title with Ole in there.
Not a Prem title, maybe a FA Cup. But I don't know. I don't think they're going to win. I don't think it changes that much. But what I'm more interested about this, if he does leave, is what's going to happen to Dortmund. Like Haaland, because Haaland's going to stay, right?
Mm-hmm.
How's Haaland going to do? Because the games that I've saw when, like the City game and the Champions League, when Sancho wasn't there, Haaland didn't get any goals. So I'd be interested to see how Haaland will do without him. But overall, I would say for United and for Sancho, it's good. Should it happen right now? Maybe. I'm starting to think that maybe he should stay one more year, just because, just see the other options. Have another year under your belt, Dortmund. It's not gonna hurt him, and then maybe next year he gets more offers from different clubs.
Okay. Here's he talks to me. Sancho, why isn't he coming to Chelsea? Why is he going to United instead of Chelsea, where he can win more trophies?
Because United are basically trying to build. Basically United are trying to get the players. We're trying to improve basically. So last season we finished second, and then a season before we finished third, and then season before we finished sixth. When Manchester United lost to Man City 2-0, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer went to the board and said, you know what, let's forget this strategy. Let's try a new one. Let's bring young and hungry players into the team. So we got Daniel James. He signed Wan-Bissaka. He signed Maguire. And then also bringing Donny van der Beek. And also, United also needed to get someone like Sancho in to improve the attack, and that's one thing you need to do, and that's the reason why. But even if we've got Sancho, I don't think they're done yet. They need to get a centre back in the defensive midfield, because I just don't think United would easily win the league with McFred. Because McFred are just trying to do is protect the defense.
But do you think Sancho coming to your boys, but Ole as manager, he will still be able to be effective and he can be a difference maker if Ole is still manager that can lead you to a trophy? The key thing, Ole is still the manager.
Well, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. One thing before we sack him, we just need to make sure he gets fully backing that we need. We need to get the defense midfielder. We need to get centre back. So he needs to make sure we get fully backed. One of the reasons why he's a different breed of manager compared to Mourinho. He just knows what this club is about, and he's trying to do what's best for Manchester United. And if he gets all the backing he needs, and he still performs stable results, and isn't doing what he's supposed to be doing, then the club, they should sack him and bring someone who's a lot more experienced and better in, so we can improve the league. But just needs to get fully backed first before we make a decision.
Okay. So before do you think Sancho will be a hit for United? Do you think he'll be a success?
He should, though. He's such an amazing guy. He's one of
I didn't say should. Will he? Do you think he's going to be a success?
I really think so. I think he's going to be he's going to be hitting in the fire. He's that kind of player who brings a lot of drive. He works hard. He's very, very skillful, and he's going to add a lot more attack to this United when he had Martial and Greenwood, and it would instantly improve the United squad in depth.
Okay.
And that's
okay. Jamal, talk to me. Sancho to United, man.
Yeah, man. I hate to make a case for baby Chester divided. But the thing with Sancho is he was always going back to England because he did plenty of interviews saying that how he wants to prove himself in England after what happened to Manchester City.
What's wrong with Chelsea? What's wrong with Chelsea?
I'm getting to that. And I think he also said when he go on an international break and he come back to Dortmund, I think he also used to get in trouble because he used to spend too much time at home. So I think he's homesick as well, missing his family. Yeah, and guys, I know club football is a mercenary thing. I know there is no sentiment in club football, but there's some guys maybe love that. Like Sancho, who knows? He could be watching, Beckham with the number 7 shoot at Manchester United when he was small. I know he have Trinidad heritage and all, so maybe Dwight York could be some big for him. I don't know, man. I just feel Sancho look like a guy. He really sees something in Manchester United, and if you sell him the project, I feel he's on it. Because guys, I know all these managers, but if you watch the squad, they have a good squad. Because if they keep Pogba, Martial, Rashford, Greenwood's look good, Van der Beek, if a new manager comes, they have a good squad, man. So I don't think Manchester United are far off the top, as everyone is saying. I just think a couple more signings, and I feel Man, you could be top, man, because they did finish second. So,
but with no trophies. Okay, what's it called? Hassan, talk to me, man. Sancho to United, man.
Yeah, man. I feel like this is a good deal for United. Sancho's a way better player than Daniel Pace Merchant James. But for Sancho, this is awful. He's just throwing away his career right now. Ole's going to play him every game. He will not rest him, just like he does Rashford. I don't think it will be as effective because the Bundesliga does no defense. So I don't think it will be as effective. But for United,
so you're telling me that Sancho benefits from Bundesliga tax? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yes and no. I mean, he's talented, but they don't play defense in Bundesliga. It's just midfield and attack. There's no defense. So, but I feel like he needs a great coach to improve him. And Ole, he's a rookie, but they're second. Give him a new deal, 5-year deal. We're good. We're chilling, man.
Okay. Z-Man, Sancho, man, to United, man. Is this the move to take him to the very top, or is he making a big mistake not joining the UCL winners?
You see, this is a great deal for Manchester United. If you look at the right-hand side, they don't have a right-hand-sided winger, someone who's creative.
What's wrong with Daniel James? What's wrong with Daniel James?
No, I know Daniel James is the GOAT, but he's getting a little bit old, man. Yeah. I would say for them having the right hand side, you look at it and usually they have like Pogba occupying that position. They have Greenwood occupying that position. Even though Greenwood is more of a centralized attacker, and that's where he flourishes. He doesn't necessarily have the season in season out ability of Sancho when it comes to dribbling, creating chances. That's something they miss in their attacking force, because when they usually attack, their creative outlet is usually Pogba. and that's not necessarily. You need more than that in order to break down teams, and that's what they've been struggling. So for me, Manchester United, this is possibly this is the best case scenario. A right hand side, something that they desperately needed this season.
Playing under who? Who's the manager? Who's managing?
Gollum.
The great Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, man. Don't forget 1999, man. No, bro. I'm telling. No. For Sancho, I'm not quite sure that this is the best situation possible for him. I mean, yeah. You look at this team, and you grew up in this place. This. You're basically going back to Manchester, where your career started, where your youth career started, and for me, it feels like this might not necessarily be, the best choice. You look at Pogba, who's been around, who hasn't necessarily achieved that much at Manchester United, even though, we rate him high for his technical ability and his brilliance.
So good or bad move? Good or bad move? Just how do you rate it? Good or bad move for him?
This, you know what? This might be, this is a good move. This is a good move. Now I think about it, because look at it this way. First of all, if they don't achieve anything at any rate, there hasn't been that much player that has declined in quality in terms of Manchester United. It's just a team not performing up to par. And if he still performs, he'll still have a sell-on value. And he'll still have a market for him. So this is a win-win situation for him. He's not going to digress. Yeah.
MT, your thoughts on Sancho heading to United?
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, baby, loud and clear.
Yeah, I think Chelsea just held the big L because Sancho is a Chelsea fan, by the way.
Yeah, so why is he coming to Chelsea?
I don't know, man. Because I think Ole just has the juice, man. Pogba, Fernandes. I mean, what's going to happen?
Something up is going to. I love United. With all due respect, United. How do you choose Ole and a team who can't win the Europa League over the UCL winners, the best club in the world right now, Abramovich, London, and Tuchel? There's no choice.
Your name.
Because his best friend is Marcus Rashford. Because his best friend is Marcus Rashford.
Red Devil, mute your damn mic. I'll come to you last. No, I'll come to you last. So MC, do you think? But all in all, do you think this is still a good move for him, though?
Probably is, but what's going to happen to Greenwood? That's the thing.
He's moving centrally because you can't have a talent like that playing out wide when he's better centrally.
You already have Greenwood there. Okay, you know what? Let me come to this good before we come to the Euros, man. So Red Devil Studio,
yes.
What are you guys doing? What are you doing?
Let me give you the reason. I want you to spot the difference. Okay. So just listen out to the panel. Okay, Manchester United, Rashford, Greenwood, Martial,
English
Chelsea, okay, Pulisic, Mount, Werner. Now, can you tell me the difference? What's the difference? Spot the difference?
One's a field winner, one's not.
No. There's something even more obvious.
They're black.
Yeah, well, exactly, Jamal. You got it.
Hey!
Listen. Sancho wants to be with his brethren, man. It's as simple as that. Tuchel plays whites, and Oli plays blacks. It's as simple as that, really.
Oh, yeah.
It's as simple as that. He wants to.
So he did this for racial reasons.
So this has now become racial. So basically, this is basically Mississippi burning, basically.
This is
American prison.
Speak to your manager, man. That's what I'm saying. Speak to your manager. He plays whites and Oli plays black. It's as simple as that. So Sancho wants to be with his brethren, man, and Oli wants to accommodate that. So that's all I can say, H8. You just have to speak to Tuchel and say, why, as a German, are you segregated? It's not ideal. You know what I mean? So
no. But Sancho is gonna come. Well, what's it called? Mokba. That's my anecdote. Make our Chelsea black again. That's the whole thing. Mokba. And I think that Sancho.
You can't really. You got Chelsea.
No. Make our Chelsea black again.
He's looking at Tammy Abraham. He's looking at Hudson-Odoi and going, "What's going on? You know what's going on? You know they're not been given. You know, no meat, no game time, no nothing. He's looking at United and going,
Oh, you see, no. That's look.
Let's go.
There might be some truth to that, you know. There might be some.
We're just saying.
No. But honestly,
Zuma. What happened to Zuma? Zuma kicked out as well. You know,
what about Mendy and Rudiger? They are.
Mendy.
Mendy and Rudiger right now. Rudiger is the don't even look at Rudiger is the captain of the team.
Rudiger is German. Rudiger is German, bro. Rudiger is German.
What does that mean?
So yeah, Rudiger's German. So the German bias is there. So German black. But outside of that, bro, I mean, it's a bit suspect. It's a bit suspect.
Red Devil, you're not giving me a thing of like, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants to bring in this. They have a plan. Your thing is merely a racial reason. So Sancho just said that as a black guy, I will feel much more at ease playing under a Norwegian with fellow blacks than.
Oh gosh, you have to love this show, man.
No. I did not believe that he'd pull that out. I don't believe he pulled that out. But guys, look on that note. I'll say good luck to Sancho. I think I love the place. He's one of my favorite players, and we'll obviously talk about him in England. But all I'm saying is that Sancho, man, you made a very, very big mistake not joining the UCL winners. And
I come to Liverpool, man.
Look, Red Devil, even though Sancho, if it is truly racial, Sancho, I have executive privileges of the club. And last I checked, this skin is beautifully dark brown. So if you have any racial issues, call me. I will sort them out. Look, my slogan is stay black.
Why are you picking up the phone to Hudson-Odoi and Tammy, bro? They've been ringing you for ages, man. Like, they've been like, please, bro, help.
On that note, guys.
Wait, quick question, HH. Would he start at Chelsea? Would he start at Chelsea?
Yes.
Quick.
Yes.
Over who?
Name a player. He's starting over them. Name any player he's starting over.
Over Lord Mason Mount.
Apart from Havertz, he's starting over. He'll start over any player. Apart from
not
Havertz,
over Mason Mount. Relax.
Timo Werner, Mason Mount. You can't exclude those guys.
Yeah.
Hey, HH, you see KDB won the award?
What award?
Did you see that PFA? He won PFA Player of the Year.
No, it was Diaz.
No, that was a different one. Go check out. He won PFA. They gave it to De Bruyne.
How?
Yeah, bro. Go look up. He won back to back. Go look up.
I don't understand it.
No, I swear it was Diaz.
That's Football Writers. Diaz won. Football Writers.
No, bro.
Bro, Salah deserves it more than him.
Yeah.
KDB won it. So go on Twitter, HH. You'll see it.
That doesn't make sense.
What?
They gave it to Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, wait, are you smoking crack?
At least it went Penandes.
To the racial thing.
You know what I think?
Easy, guys.
They gave it to him. You know why they gave it to him? They gave it to him maybe because he was crying at the CL final, and it was like, "Oh my gosh, Rudiger is such a media and everything, man. Like, oh, De Bruyne, how sweet." And that was like a concern because there is no chance. How does he deserve it? The guy flopped in the CL final. If you flop in a CL final, you don't deserve that award. The fact that he flopped in a CL final, he shouldn't get any freaking award. And also,
he only played 25 games in the league.
Wait, can I? De Bruyne, let's see what you do in the Euros, bro. Because I hold you pesting responsible for denying Hazard a World Cup. If he'd shown up in that World Cup semi, Hazard would have a World Cup right now. So no, basically,
Hazard right now?
Where was Hazard in the quarterfinal?
Right now, bro?
Hazard's a World Cup winner. Basically, same thing with me. Like, in my view, Robin is a World Cup winner. Robin is a World Cup winner.
The guy that must won a
World Cup.
Guys,
one-on-one with
let's write.
What a flop.
Why did you put Ede?
The funny thing because when I was doing it, I wanted to end on Ede, but I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah. Let me just combine it. So because Ede has to be there just for my agenda. He has to be there. So let me put Ede there. Then I'll put the Portugal squad there as well. So I'm going to combine it. But no, Ede, he has to be there because trust me. I will keep on saying that name until Cristiano scores in that freaking final. I will keep reminding him of it. He will dream of Ede in his sleep. But guys,
just like your boy Arjen Robben,
we are World Cup winner. I don't. Spain were doping. Spain doped.
bro.
Spain
One on
doped.
one with
Spain
the goalkeeper, bro.
Spain doped. So what's it called? England. Let's start with England, man. Now, shout out to someone on Twitter and Nix who explained this for me, and I think it might have even been Red Daredevil as well or something that said that. I was like, wait, why are these guys always favorites? But it's because people get hyped, and if people get hyped, they will want to always say, "Yeah, man, England are going to win." So what you do is make the odds very short, so you can just gobble up all the money from all the deluded guys who think England can win. Because if you make the odds really wide, and they somehow actually win, then you're screwed. Because guys will always buy into the hype, buy into the crazy belief that, my gosh, England are going to win that now because we have such an amazing team. Then they'll go out and flop. Now, I watched bits of the England-Romania game, and here's the thing. England have been trash all the way through under Southgate. Talented players, but they've been trash. And guys, can we even go really deeper right now? Because I actually wanted just to go, because I wanted to go into the history of those who won the Euros. So England have never won the Euros. England have won one World Cup, and that was on home soil before any of us were even in existence. 1960-66, when dinosaurs used to say, "What's up?" The last time England...
Sir Bobby Charlton, shout out, man.
Shout out, Bocha, what up, baby? You know, how good was it really? Did he really exist? So my thing is...
He won a Ballon d'Or and a CL.
Allegedly.
So,
in what year? In what year?
You know, so
anything before the CL format just doesn't count for me. CL starts from the early 90s. That's in my view. So what's it called? We have 2 CLs. How many do you have? Allegedly 2. That you didn't win it in 90 minutes.
Don't take the
Thank you.
Don't take the beat, guys.
Wait. Have United ever won a CL in just 90 minutes?
No,
never.
Chelsea didn't exist. Chelsea didn't exist in 99.
So moving on swiftly. Here's the thing. This England team. So basically, the last time England beat a top team in the knockout rounds was 1996, where they beat the Netherlands 4-1. And that's the last time they beat a top tier team in the knockout rounds. So Brazil have beaten them, Portugal have beaten them twice.
Iceland have beaten them.
Did you have a hairline? Those things?
I did. I had an afro, Jamal had an afro. I had an afro, man. So nice. and also awesome. Jamal, man, your afro makes me jealous, man. So thank you, man. So look, here's the thing right now is England. There's talent in this team. There's lots and lots of talent in this team. I mean, you've got Sancho. I've got my questions on Rashford, and I think even when me and Red Devil were breaking down it, Red Devil, look. I think we are right in the sense of he's here because he spoke with Barack Obama. I think, and because he spoke with Barack Obama, you can't not pick him.
PR7.
Yeah, so he's such an important figure now because I remember it's like a fitness. I just don't think that he is physically ready or physically fit to be in this team. So my thing is, there is no point having all this talent if the manager is trash. And I look at England and I'm like, what the blooming heck do these guys? What is their strategy? What is their personality? What are they trying to do? Because if England, let's say, were to face a Spain, do England beat Spain? If England were to face a Portugal, do they beat it? Because Spain may not be what they used to be, but they have an idea. They have an identity, and I think that's the key thing. This England team doesn't have an identity. They're relying upon individual brains to say what's up. Now, that's going to work for you against much weaker teams. Like when they faced Colombia, they needed penalties to defeat Colombia. So Sweden, I mean, why? What are Sweden going to do? But when you now face a team like a Croatia or a Belgium, and you don't have an identity to go with your talented players, bro, you're going to get touched. You will get touched. So, Wilton, talk to me, man. England, man. I mean, what's your assessment on these boys, man?
England, how do I say this? They cheated to win their first World Cup in 1966.
Wilton, they'll come for you.
Now, okay, excuse me, they what?
They actually cheated it. Just go look it up. They were scoring a bunch of offside goal, and the South American teams, bro, they got destroyed by fouls and everything. The referee was just closing their eyes and just letting them win it. They broke their leg. They broke their leg for crying out loud. Bro.
Okay, see before we see. Here's the thing, and people may hate me for saying this. So Queen Lazy, chill out, relax. This is not personal. But my thing is that if your only World Cup was won on a home soil, it doesn't count. So until Argentina won in '86, I was like, aha, cool. Until France won in 2018, cool. If your only World Cup was at home soil, I'm sorry, then I'm like, no, it was rigged. So you can't just say me that your only trophy you won was on a home soil. I'm sorry, it's rigged.
No, Nigeria win the World Cup in Nigeria. It don't count.
No, it counts because it's
no. HH. After
wait, hold on, Wilson. It doesn't count.
As for England, I just think they've just been unlucky. Because I remember when your boy Frank Lampard, was it the 2010 World Cup? I don't remember exactly.
Oh yeah, 2010.
Yeah, he scored. I'm not saying they would have won that game, but if he scores that goal, maybe it's a whole different game. 2-2. So I just think they've just been unlucky. Maybe I don't know what it is with England, because I understand why there's hype, because they say they invented the game. So I'm guessing that's why they always get so much hype. No, I've seen a bunch of English like YouTubers. I've seen a bunch of England fans talk about it. They say we always hype for these international tournaments, but we know we're not gonna win it. But they said the moment the tournament starts, we just turn off our brain. We say it's coming home, but no, it's never gonna come home. And as for Gareth Southgate, he's still living off that semi-final Croatia. He's still living off it. So England fan, if you guys want, since the last time I think they made a World Cup semi was the last time they actually won it in 1966, I believe.
No,
I could be wrong.
No, 1990. They won the semi in 1990.
Okay, 1990. So I don't think they're gonna win it. It's just they have a lot of talent, but I don't think England's gonna win. I think it's all for hype. If they do win it, I'm gonna be in shock. Like, it's gonna be insane. England fan, they're not gonna be quiet about it. You're gonna hear this till the.
But do you think that like someone like a Kane, and this could be a tournament where Kane really pops off?
Yeah, he popped off at the World Cup. I know you don't rate penalties, but you still gotta score them. Penalties are
it doesn't count. Score from open play.
Bro, penalties are actually hard. Like you said it yourself, penalties are hard. Easier skill, but in a big pressure moment, especially a World Cup, it's hard to score. So you got to give Ken credit. He was the top goal scorer at the World Cup. I'm sure he's gonna score. He's a goal scorer, and he's a very good playmaker too. But my fear for England is that once they go against a France or even a Belgium, I'm gonna even say Italy, I don't think they're gonna win those games, because this English team has a lot of attacking talent. But for some reason, you have a manager that came very pragmatic. Don't get me wrong. At international level, most coaches, they play very pragmatic. It makes sense because you only have one chance. There's not that you don't get a second game to correct your mistakes. But when you have the likes of Sancho, Grealish, and you're playing Jordan Henderson, and you're playing Declan Rice instead of those players, you weird, bro. You weird. Just
See, I think England's strength is the attack. They have great options in attack, really good options in attack, and I think and they're going to cause a lot of teams problems in attack. My fear for England is that midfield is very light. It's a very weak midfield, and if they get dominated and so forth, they could just lose control of the game. So against stronger teams, I don't know how they will control a game. And I think that's why they have been lacking so much. See, this is weird, because even when they had a strong midfield, they still got dominated. So even when they had Scholes, Gerrard, Lampard, Portugal dominated them and totally controlled the game, both in Euro 04 and the World Cup 06.
But
so my fear is that...
To be fair, though, against Croatia, they just didn't take their chances. I believe that if Kane would have scored that second goal, I think the game would have been over.
Oh, yeah. But you've got to take... that's... At this level, you have to put the ball away. And also, because it is, Croatia raised their game, took the game to the next level, and they couldn't recover. So it's I think, you see, the reason why I can't take England seriously is until you defeat a big team in the knockout rounds, I can't take it seriously.
But I expect them to get to the quarterfinal. I'm gonna say they reach the quarterfinal. I'm not gonna be surprised if they make the semis. But this team is good enough to actually get to the final. If they play
but you know that if England top their group, I think they face second place in the Portugal-Germany group in the second round.
Yeah, it's bye-bye anyway. It's bye-bye.
Nah, I'm gonna say they get to the quarter. I'm gonna say they get to the quarter minimum, quarterfinal minimum.
Okay. 87 man, England.
Yeah, England's there's definitely a lot of people tend to overhype, especially the media as well. And yeah, I think England, they have as you said, they have some amazing players, like Sancho, Grealish, Kane, Rashford. It's just Gareth Southgate. I don't think he's the man. I don't think he's the man to lead them forward. And I think that they're going to really struggle. I feel like I don't know if Gareth Southgate can get the best out of this team, especially right with the midfield. I think their midfield is very light. Especially, I think even the defense is also not that good as well. So yeah, as that.
Okay. Before I come to Z-Man, from LSK Laxon, man, thank you for the double LSK Laxon. Well, no thanks. Turbo Timo over Sancho, but we'll take the Jad. Anyways, thumbs up. YSK Jackson, if you ruin Sancho and it's turn him from the Jad to Jaden, I will blame you. So I will hold you and only going to person responsible if you ruin Sancho, because he would have been a Ballon d'Or winner if he had come to Chelsea, but it is what it is. Z-Man, England, 3 lions on the shirts.
Yeah, man. Listen, England, the only problem I have is who's going to be their starting center backs, their center back partners.
Stones, Maguire. If Maguire's fit, though.
He may play back 3.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. They seem to have somewhat of defensive quality when it comes to fullbacks, and the fact that Luke Shaw's been on form, Reece James, recently had a great performance in the Champions League final. So they do have somewhat, defenders. It's just a center back partnership that I think
Have you seen the midfield? Have you seen the midfield?
Yeah, their midfield. Listen. The only thing is their midfield, I don't think it necessarily works that well when it comes to a double pivot. I feel like...
Who's going to control the game? Who in that team is going to be able to control and dictate the tempo of the game for England? Because this could just be route one.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. I think they have to rely on that style of play. Just get it to the forward as much as you can, considering that you have so much forward options. But this team, man, again, Gareth Southgate.
Maybe he'll shock everyone. I think we are clowning him so much and we're giving so much abuse. Maybe somehow via some wizardry white magic, he may just shock everyone. That's the only outcome I can think of, that he will just shock everyone. And you're like, wait, how did he do that? Maybe.
No.
Dude is trash. Dude is trash.
The thing is, you don't have to have the highest quality of managers in international. All you need is a person that can manage the team and that actually has somewhat decent, lineup. But Gareth Southgate, again, man, I don't know is favoritism going to get in the way, of the people that delivered them a semifinals? That's the only thing I would consider a real problem for Gareth Southgate and his system. If it gets tough, do you expect this guy to make changes throughout the game? Do you expect him to make the right calls? I don't listen again, man. England, I think they have a good enough squad to win the Euros. I think they do. I don't think there is a brilliant squad aside from France. Every other team, I look at England and I do think they have top quality talent in terms of squad. But again, man, Gareth Southgate and his management abilities, also with the fact that this team, you have a bunch of youngsters that are new to the squad, that have never experienced international competition. So I don't think this team is going to reach that far. At max, they're gonna make it to the knockout stage and get knocked out in the first round.
Hush. Empty. Talk to me.
Yeah, I think England will probably get knocked out early on because I don't know, man. I think the team lacks mentality. England never really have that winning mentality, even the Germany, sometimes they're not as good as England I put my money on Germany 10 times more than I put in England. And
so why do you think? Because I think you're right. They are lacking this winning mentality and character. And I think when it comes to the knockouts games, it's more than just talent. It's about those little moments and so forth. And it's the kind of mentality you have. So why aren't they building a winning mentality? Or let me be defensive here. New generation, new team. You know, you have CL winners in a Mount and a Chilwell. You have a Sancho. You have a Kane who has had an amazing season. You have Sancho who's had an amazing season and so forth. Do you think that, no, maybe this could be a special crop of players that may be able to bring in that kind of quality and that mentality?
If they would do that would be like in the next tournament, maybe next Euros or next World Cup, because this time I think they're too young still. The team is still young, and with Southgate, nah, the team ain't doing nothing, man.
It's like how is this guy still the manager?
Wait. I got a question for you. Is with England, with their squad, and knowing that Gareth Southgate isn't the right manager, there aren't that much great English managers. Would you say this would be an exception to the rule where they would have to look for a foreign coach?
Here's my thing, and this is my thing about international football. I believe that you should never, ever, every country should have a manager from that country.
I agree.
I always believe that. I don't think, now I may be wrong, I don't think there's ever been an international tournament won by a country where their manager was from a foreign country. I may be wrong, but I don't think that's ever happened.
Chile. They had an Argentinian manager.
Oh, Copa America.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's the World Cup. So there's never been a World Cup. So even if we do international, it is very rare that a country wins a tournament with a manager who's from a foreign country. Sometimes does happen, but it is very, very rare. Because, and I think for England's case is that, look, Sven was good. Sven did his thing. And they just hated on him because he was Swedish. But Sven is actually one of the, England's most successful managers in recent times. But my thing is, you have to stick with what your mentality is. That's why I believe that Harry Redknapp is the perfect manager for England, because he's positive, he wants to attack, he will respect ballers, he plays blacks, and I think that England would actually, they'd have a personality, because Redknapp would actually give England a personality. See, when you look at Redknapp and how he carries himself, the guy has a personality. Southgate doesn't have a personality, hence why the team has no personality. It's just there. It's just meh. So I think that England...
No, Redknapp to Nigeria, man. Redknapp to Nigeria, HH.
Hassan, can you talk about England?
Hey!
Hassan.
Oh, yeah, man. I really don't give a damn about England, so I can't wait till they go out.
Queen Lizzie has listened to Hangout, so you better watch what you say.
Hassan, sorry to interrupt you, Richard. What you said earlier, you're right. I'm looking at it. No foreign manager has ever won the World Cup. It's funny. The two that almost won it, an England manager got to the World Cup final against 58, but they lost to Brazil. He was Sweden coach and he lost, and the Netherlands 1978. The manager's from Australia and he lost. So you're right. No foreign manager I've ever won the World Cup with, not their country. Yeah,
never happens. It's because I just feel that culturally you have to stick to what you want. I think culturally the manager must be within the same culture of the team, and that has to be kept intact. I just believe in that. Hassan, quote me, man.
Yeah, I mean, England United this year, they're gonna go out, and after they top this group, they're gonna go out with France or Portugal.
But Hassan, what? Maybe this year is different. Maybe this year is different. Maybe it comes home this year. Maybe it comes home this year. Mounts, Hassan. What about Mounts? Mounts could be the key.
Is generational, but when you got bricks like Jerry Maguire and Stones, and you got a keeper that have short arms, what can you do?
No. But Hassan, what if Mounts, who we say is generational and is the closest thing to Lionel Messi, what if he as an individual can be the talisman to really help inspire England to go through, because England have never had a talent as great as Mason Mount? So that you say what?
So that I say, pray to the Lord, man. Pray to the Lord. That's what I say. Mount cannot save England. When you manage your Southgate and you're playing a back five in a tournament and it's not a league, you can't get relegated.
Hassan, you underestimate man's part. I told you this is the closest thing to Lionel Messi. It's the closest thing to Lionel Messi. So yeah, so I think Mount overrides.
He might be better than Messi. You know,
He
might be. I'm just saying that.
Red Devil.
But yeah, England do nothing. That's what I'm saying.
Hash. Red Devil. Obviously, we talked about this and we broke this down. Could England maybe, because here's my thing. Sometimes whenever you say something, the opposite happens. Could this be a situation where people are like, Southgate is trash, we don't know what this England guys could do? Maybe England could just shock people and actually do something in this tournament and maybe look right there in the semis again.
He needs to do a Portugal. He needs to do a Portugal, and by that I mean finish third in the group. Because I mean, if you look at I actually looked at the run because everyone's right. Like if England finish first in this group, they'll end up facing either one of France, Germany, or Portugal. But if they finish second, they will play either Denmark, Finland, or Russia. And if they finish third, it's like Sweden, Poland, or Slovakia. So wait,
hold on. No, wait, hold on. All right, okay. So what you're trying to tell me is England should basically put out what's it called, Benny Hill, David Brent, and just and cross it to the clown for the first 2 games, and then just because my thing is that if they mess up, they could just end up last. They could say, okay, how many games do we lose? How many games do we draw? Because they want to be careful because you don't end up fourth.
Well, the way the Euros is, you only really need to win because what it's like the fourth best. It's like the 4th best third teams. To be honest, you'll still probably qualify from the group if you win 1 game. That's how it was, I think, last time. Like I think you just won, that's it. So England, as bad as overrated as will be able to at least win 1 of their games. So if they just win 1 of their games, they'll get one of those easy draws, and then they can just do a Portugal to the final via whatever route that they go that way. That's what it's all. These are these tournaments we're talking about, but the thing is, it's all about often not just. It's all about planning sometimes the route to the final, and like I've not got no doubt that Southgate, the team, will be thinking about these things. Just like the last World Cup, if they threw that game, That's why they came second. So they had an easy route. So these are the things. So it's not just about. Yeah, okay, eventually you're going to have to maybe face one big team or what have you, but there are ways where you can get to a final where you don't really face anyone major, and I think that if England and South play the cards right, they could still end up in a semi-final,
But here's my thing, though, is that I think Croatia have passed their peak. Like, that's going to be a very important game against Croatia, because I think if England beats Croatia, they'll beat Czech Republic and Slovakia.
But they won't beat Croatia.
No, but see, here's my thing though. Let's say they do beat Croatia. Do you imagine Southgate saying,
I think that's not true.
Can we just throw these 2 games?
Yeah. Well, maybe not maybe not 2 games. Maybe get second. Get second or something. They'll get second, so it's not obvious. So they'll throw one of the games.
No, but because my thing is obviously, I mean, we'll get to Croatia afterwards because Croatia may be thinking the same thing. Croatia may be like, whoa, we've seen this path and everything. England, beat us. So maybe you have a situation where in the opening game, you have both teams that don't want to.
Everyone's just throwing games then. What kind of team that San Marino in second or first?
Because everyone in that group is literally being like, I don't want to face France. I don't want to face Germany. I don't want to face away the game. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting. It's going to be an interesting group stage because no one will probably want to be first in that group. So, but I still think that he probably will throw it. We're going to actually England's chances of winning it, of winning the tournament. It's like we said. Like I don't think that because I think from what I hear, Rashford is going to be getting surgery after the Euros. So the impression. So I'd be very surprised if Marcus Rashford played every single game. I don't think he's going to play every single game. So I would expect you're going to see obviously Sancho going and Sterling. I think you're going to see probably more of Raheem Sterling coming on the left hand side. So Sterling, Sancho, and came up top, and then maybe obviously the likes of Mount, Grealish behind. So I think that people are dismissing England's defense isn't that bad from the one here. Like, it's not like
average. Yeah,
it's average. It's average, but it's not like it's going to get like 5 or 6 goals or something like that. You know, so it's relatively, and obviously with the likes of Henderson, like Henderson being there, etc. Like, they've got leaders in the team there, and they actually, yes, there's youth, but there is experience in that squad as well. So I don't know. It's reasonable for me to say that there are dark horse. I'm not going to say they'll win, but I wouldn't be surprised if they got to. And whatever you say about Southgate, even though I think he's a terrible manager, at the end of the day, he still managed to get to a World Cup semi-final.
Oh,
come on, bro!
I know.
Look at the way they got there.
I know, like it doesn't count.
That's my point.
Management. They had enough to do management.
That's my point. You're saying the way they got there. So I'm saying that's no different than any tournament. Portugal finished third in their group in the last Euros and won it. So if you plan your route to the final, as I'm saying now, like it's possible. These guys look at these things. I don't want to face France. I want to face Germany. I want to face the weaker teams and put a team that way. It's not just about the teams you play against. It's about the intelligence and it's about that intelligence as well, because you need a bit of luck in these tournaments. So with a better squad compared to 4 years ago, yeah, it's reasonable to say that they're at least a dark horse, but favourites, no.
Heresy, talk to me.
Okay, here it is. Here it is. You know, England have amazing. Despite what you think about England, have actually one of the best. They've got abundance of attacking players. You think of like Sancho, you think of like Greenwood, you think of Foden, Jack Grealish, Harry Kane, Gavin. They got abundance, squad and depth in terms of attack, and James Ward-Prowse. So one of the issue with England is that they've got Gareth Southgate in it, and that is maybe he's probably dragging the whole team back. Maybe they should get someone like Eddie Howe. I think England have a very. I think about England, they've got a very. Yeah, I think he's a very good coach. He's an attacking coach. You know, the problem with Southgate, he's very defensive. He's going to play back three when the English biggest strength is the attack, and that just doesn't go together. It's like you're teaching a cat how to bark like a dog. It just doesn't really work. So maybe if England have a very better manager, they could at least do something. You know, and also they've got home stadium, so they've got Wembley Stadium, so that could be a massive advantage for England. They're going to play every game at home. Yeah. But I think about this. Probably if England do finish first, they're going to have to face either Group F and for a second, so it could be either Germany, France, or Portugal. But why do they have to face like that? It's because UEFA want England to go out. They hate England, so they put them in Group D, and then whoever wins in Group D faces second place from their top. They deliberately.
Yes, you're saying that this has all been planned because of Brexit.
It's not. It's not just. It's nothing to do with Brexit. I think they've hated England anyway. They want them to go out as much as they can. Maybe it's to do with Brexit. I could be wrong, but I think it's been planned. They just kind of sabotage England's hope.
But what if England just turn up? Mounts, Kane, all these guys, they just turn up. They say what's up. What if they do top the group? Can't you see a scenario where England can beat Portugal or Germany in a second round?
No.
Well, no. The thing, they have the home advantage, so that could really help. And they're only going to see a lot of England fans, so they might have that a bit of a belief, and they might give them a little bit of fan chance. But the problem is, if England face one of those teams, it could be a little bit tight. But Southgate have to face against Santos, Lowe, and Didier Deschamps, and one of these, and between these two managers, you need to have a little bit of details and tactical nuance, game management. And if whoever is going to come on top between these two teams is going to be Jurgen Lowe, Didier Deschamps, or Fernando Santos. I just don't think he's got tactical acumen. He's a good manager. He's helped this team, helped him very plays in harmony, but just tactically, he hasn't got it, and he could be dragging the whole team back.
Okay.
Hindrance.
Gap, talk to me, man. England, 3 lions on the ship.
Look, I really don't know what to say because I don't lie to you. I've not watched an England game for a long time.
Why not?
They're boring, bro. So no. Okay. Plus, they are Nations League. It's Nations League and friendlies, man. So I usually don't pay attention to all those ones. I just look at this thing and, look at who scored and whatever. So I really don't know much about England. But based on what everybody has been saying, I mean, I don't know what to say, man. I mean, like, look, individually, they are just they're okay, but according to what I've heard,
what about Mount? What about Mounts? What about Mounts?
Generational.
So can't Mount light up this tournament? Couldn't this be the tournament that Mount announces himself to the world?
Bro,
if he makes that mistake, like in the CL final, then
right, Devil, mute your mic.
Mount is good in this Tuchel system, and he was decent in Lampard's system. So, like, I mean,
you seen the system, Merchant? Is that what you're saying?
Dude, they played two different systems. I said he was decent in one of them. So,
my friend, will Mount light up this tournament? Is a simple question. Is this the tournament that he says, you know what? I'm not a big man.
He will do his best. But let's be honest. He's already won a Champions League. Okay, so what is his eagerness for these Euros? I mean, no offense, but I mean, well, look, if people are saying that this Euros a first-time team could win it, so who knows? England could be that first-time team. I didn't even realize how much they will be a first-time team because with the way they puffed their chest out, I thought they had actually won this thing before. But
no. I think I am always fascinated by how England somehow fool people into thinking they're actually like an elite team, because the way that they talk about themselves, like, man, I say, wait a minute, you've won one international tournament.
They are Arsenal. They're the contribution.
Yeah, they're like the international. Because you would think that they've won like 3 World Cups, they've won 2 or 3 Euros. No, they've won 1 World Cup, but that was in 1966. Which still has to be verified whether it actually counts. So my thing is that how do you keep touting yourself as an elite heavyweight team when you aren't, because you have no pedigree, because you've not won any trophies. You've won 1 trophy in 1966.
Yeah, because what surprised me is that at first, just by hearing, I thought England were bigger than Spain, trophy-wise. Apparently, they're not. I mean, Spain have 3 Euros, 1 World Cup. So it's like, I mean, bro, look, for England, who knows? Maybe Liverpool broke their this thing. Their 30-year
easy.
What's it called?
EPL hoodoo.
EPL English, whatever. I don't know how many years it took, but it took 3 decades for them to actually clinch a title. So who knows? Maybe this is England's chance. Maybe it's finally coming home. I mean,
hopefully
there were 2 English teams in the final, although I don't put any weighting on that, but for some reason people are. So who knows? Like Foden, Mount, maybe they can step up and do something. Or we don't know. Or Gareth, it's all depending on how Gareth, if he releases them, they can do something. And maybe they might actually beat a tough team this season or this Euros, but might not win it. So it depends, man.
Jamal, talk to me, man. England.
Man, before I start, so let me get this right. You said CR7 Euros don't count. You said England semi-finals in the World Cup doesn't count. You said the 2005 Champions League final doesn't count. Are there anything that doesn't count? You said if Argentina win this Copa America with all Brazil, it doesn't.
Yeah.
How does 05 count?
That's what HE said.
No. I mean, like, you can't be up 3-0 and then lose based on the team. So I don't know about
man. Yeah, man. I just want to say that you're sick, man. You're sick.
And also, I think, and the last thing, Zidane has a World Cup by virtue of his 06 performance and scoring twice in 98, because 98 doesn't technically count because they poisoned a 21-year-old, which is against the law. But continue.
Yeah, man. Between it doesn't count and can I respond? That's 82, man. He always does that. But yeah, man, on England have the team to do it, man. But again, it's the waistcoat waste man going to do anything. No, that's what he is. He's a waistcoat waste man. Because for me, England midfield should be Henderson, Bellingham, and Greenish. But we know he's not going to do that. Yes, Henderson. Premier League and Champions League winner in the last 4 years.
Well, who will be the holding midfielder?
I'll go with Rice.
Yeah.
Wait, let him land.
Yeah, man. But we know he's going to choose. This is the midfield for England. He's going to choose Rice, Henderson, and Mason Mount. Book
What's
that
wrong
guy.
with Rice? Rice is beautiful,
Yeah,
man. It goes with
Rice is
everything.
actually a good player.
Yeah, man. I mean, it goes with everything. It
he's-
goes with
guys,
stew. It goes
guys,
with
I'd
sauce.
say
It
he's
goes
better
with
in that
curry
position
sauce.
than Henderson.
Jamal, please talk.
guys,
Let's
if you already have Henderson, there's no need for a Rice. So it should be either Henderson or Rice, not two of them and Mount. Yeah, man. So it's just this guy, man. Southgate look like a guy who eats white rice and crickets and drink water for his breakfast, man. The guy just looks dry. He looks stale, no seasoning, man. He should play Greenish. Greenish should be England number 10. As my guy Red Devil said, this guy eats igusi soup.
Oh, what's it called? Speaking of igusi soup, man, I just asked my mom to bring me some suya, some jollof, some igusi, and everything from Nigeria, man. I can't wait. Can't wait, man. Continue.
Yeah, man. So England have a good team, but again, it's the manager, man. But I do feel they will surprise people, but they are not gonna win it. I feel quarters max for me because I feel, yeah.
Oh, so you think that they'll get past the second round if they face a tough team?
I feel they will beat Portugal, and everybody will say, "Oh, could this be the time for England?" And then they will lose the next round. That's what I feel is gonna happen to England. They're gonna break their hoodoo against beating a big side, but I still don't think they're gonna win it. So yeah, man, that's England.
All right, let me just hit this Dubici. So from Mr. Yes' side, man, thank you for the dub. Yes' side. Yes' side says the players really voted KDB as the player of the year. This award has all the credibility and prestige for me. KDB had an average season, shakes my head. Somebody was paid. It is a sympathy award. It makes absolutely zero sense as to how KDB gets, like, he was not on anyone's lips. I mean, how do you give it to him? Based on what?
Let's be honest, man. Nobody really should take all this stuff seriously. I mean, think about it. They have the Carabao Cup version of an award, which is the Writers Award or whatever this is called. So it's
they just keep coming up with all these dumbass awards, man. Okay, look, but let's move. Let's move. So now, here's one of my agendas, man. This man has been insulted. He's been vilified. He's been abused. And ever since I said that this dude is technically better than Cristiano, people have been out for me. And people seem to hate this man because he was voted, he was the best player at a World Cup.
Allegedly.
And it's not my fault that he was the best player at the World Cup and certain players have never been the best player at the World Cup. It is just what it is. So instead of hating, just like, no player deserves a redemption story more than this man.
Torgan Hazard. Torgan.
No one deserves a redemption story than this guy. This guy has been, at his best, was top 2. This man was the closest
from the
thing.
Fridge.
This man was the closest thing to Messi.
We talked about Portugal yesterday, so who are we talking about now?
This man was the closest thing to Messi. Nobody deserves this one because I think if Hazard,
are we talking Torgan Hazard or
if Hazard, for me, if Hazard can lead Belgium to these Euros, that's combined with his World Club Player Award, I think you can call that an amazing career. That will make up for no CL. If he wins these Euros, you combine that with being player of a World Cup, it will make up for everything. So for Hazard, I will be supporting you, bro, as an individual because no one else will.
That's a bad thing.
And
you're a jinx.
I want you to show. Look, he may flop, he may be crap, but all I want to Hazard is that I wish you the best. So, guys, we're talking about Belgium here, man. We're talking about Belgium here, and I'm going to come first to 87. So look, because I think we were asked. I think it was by Adaj that who do I think will be top scorer? I believe Lukaku is going to be top scorer this tournament. Because I look at Belgium's group, I look at their path past the group. I think Lukaku is going to G up. He could be up by 3 or 4 Gs by the time they get to the next round. So 87, you look at Belgium. One part of me says that they missed their boat in 2018. Do you think that no, this could be the year where the third placed team who came third, they can actually go ahead and actually do something?
Yeah, Belgium is a nation that I think we we've been waiting for them to finally win this tournament, finally win a tournament. They've always been labeled as the golden generation. They've always gone on a deep run. And they tend to disappoint. They've always disappointed. It seems like they're so close, and then yet they're so far. Like in the last one, they went against France. Obviously, they were very agonizing close to missing out. And I kind of agree with you in the sense that I think Belgium, for me, in that World Cup, they were actually really good. They were actually one of the best teams. And for me, France and that tournament, they weren't really that good in the group stage. Like I didn't really find France that entertaining. It was really in the knockout stage where France really played well. So, I unfortunately don't think Belgium will win simply because I feel like they're gonna when it comes to the big time for them, like the semis or the quarters, I don't know if they'll be able to do it. So unfortunately, I don't think they'll win it. But I would like to be proven wrong.
Heresy, talk to me. Belgium.
This is the last chance that Belgium is going to win. So this is they're already in their peak, and this is the.
Wait, easy. Wait. So you're saying this is Hazard's last chance of giving it?
It's not just the Hazard. It's also fun. It's also KDB. Yeah, maybe Hazard might. KDB.
Who is that?
Kevin De Bruyne.
Who is who is that? I don't know who that is.
It's Hazard.
Kevin De Bruyne.
I don't know. I don't know who that is. So I don't know. I've never heard of that guy speak. I don't know who that is.
You must be living under your case. But anyway,
this is
yes, just keep talking. I don't know. I don't know who De Bruyne is, man. Keep talking.
Yeah. Well, but this is Belgium's last chance because look at the team they have. They already reached their peak, and if they do, and they're already basically they're already in their peak because. This is the golden generation. You got Lukaku's on his peak. You got Hazard on his peak, and you've got you also got Tielemans, who's 23, but you've got Courtois is also on his peak. So this is basically the last chance for them to reach. They've already reached they already hit the ceiling. So they have to make sure they win this. They already got to the semi-final. I mean, it was a little bit unlucky because France and Belgium were very equally in the game.
Yeah, Belgium were the best team. Also, if that ghost that you named had shown up, maybe France would have been in the World Cup final, but the ghost decides to be a ghost. But continue.
Someone was dribbling and going nowhere with the ball.
Anyway, this is the Belgium's last chance. They have to win this competition. They've got a good coach maybe not a great coach, but a good coach. And they this is golden generation. They have to win this.
But if Hazard balls and they win the Euros, do you think it's going to be very uncomfortable for the haters?
Probably. He probably just had a very bad. He's probably had a very bad season, and I don't know. Since Madrid, he's been declining. Eden Hazard. I mean, maybe he was just a little bit unfortunate with injuries, but maybe he didn't work hard enough in his training. Maybe he was just going eating fast.
How can you blame a man for being injured? Here's the thing that people don't realize: when this guy is fully fit, the only guy better than him is Messi. And I'm not even sure whether Messi is better than him.
That's it.
Because I'll tell you right now. A fully fit Hazard carried scraps known as Chelsea to a league title and a Europa League. A fully fit Hazard was a fully fit Hazard was carrying Belgium by himself with no support.
And yet,
A fully fit Messi, 3 finals in a row couldn't make the difference for his team.
Is Messi
really better than Hazard? Is Messi better than Hazard?
He's been to a final, bro.
How many Champions League did Hazard won?
I
can respond. No. Here's last I checked, did Hazard ever play with David Villa, with Eto'o, with Henry, with Iniesta?
He played with
We can now respond to Here's put Hazard on those teams that Messi had. He's giving you a CL every single year. But still, if Hazard was in that 2012 semi, he doesn't miss a penalty.
No.
Is Messi really better than Hazard? Is really better than peak Hazard?
Chelsea sold Hazard for 90 million, and when Chelsea sold him, they went on to win the Champions League 2 years later.
Tell him that.
And what support did the Hazard have when he was there? He had 0 support.
Mute your brain, Avo. Mute your brain.
If Hazard had
Kante was there.
Messi has never been
Kovacic
given
was
scraps.
there.
Mute your mic.
What scraps?
When Messi
Bro,
had scraps,
Fabregas was turning up.
he drops an
Dude was
8-2
turning up.
piece.
Who did he have? Diego?
When Messi had scraps and he drops an 8-2 piece against
HH,
Bayern.
Chelsea
God.
had
Messi,
Bro,
a
Chelsea had a good squad, bro.
Yeah.
Don't
Barcelona.
overhype Hazard, man. He got
Look,
carried by
look,
Williams.
yes,
That's all I
look,
remember.
Yes, I get it.
He got
Hazard
carried by
was
Williams in the Champions League. That's all I remember.
Why are we mentioning
Yes,
this overweight hooker? Don't mention this overweight hooker.
Look, here's how far Belgium going, man. How far
They have to win. I don't know, but they have to win it. And also with Hazard, this isn't the same Hazard as he was at Chelsea. He wasn't. He didn't work hard enough. He
According
didn't. He
to
was
you.
unhealthy.
According to you.
Whereas no, it's the truth. He hasn't. He's going on McDonald's and anything. He didn't. He did do enough to quickly get back to fitness.
Okay. Here's it. Last thing. Here's it. I don't want to hear any apology from you if Hazard balls this Euros. I don't want to hear anything from you. Okay. Deal. You're not allowed to say anything. Nothing. I want to hear nothing from you if Hazard balls. If Hazard if Hazard has one man of the match performance at this Euros, I don't want to hear anything from anyone. Nothing.
Deal.
One man of the match performance, I don't want to hear anything from anyone. Hassan,
wait, I haven't finished yet. Yeah. Belgium. I think Belgium has to do it. They've got a good group, so you do expect they do play well. So they've got Denmark. They should easily top the group, and they're probably going to face someone like Switzerland or a Group C or Group D. So they have to win this. It's their last opportunity. If they don't, then it's going to be what if, sir.
Hassan, talk to me, man. Belgium.
Can you stop mentioning that fat ass Hazard? He's not going to do nothing. He's not
the guy who's the best player at the World Cup. Okay.
He's fat now. It don't matter. Stop saying.
I know. He was the best player at the World Cup. I know. He was the best player at the World Cup. I know. I understand.
Did he win the World Cup? Did he win the World Cup?
He wasn't helped. He had no help.
Okay. Anyway, Belgium, KDB needs to win this. KDB.
Who? Who is this dude you keep on mentioning? Who is this dude? I don't know who the heck Kevin. Who?
Clearly down football knowledge.
Come on, give me names that matter. Don't give me a seal final flop, man.
I'll give you the real Hazard needs to win this. Hogan, he needs to win this for his career. He needs to win this. Lukaku needs to win this. So, listen, Belgium have a chance. They have a chance, but I'll say they're second favourites to France. But they have a chance, man. And stop mentioning that bum Hazard, that fat bum.
I know. World Cup. Yeah. MC. Talk to me about Belgium, man. And talk to me about these Hazard haters, man. These guys that can't face the facts that he succeeded with scraps.
He's
Dodd,
finished.
degree of difficulty. Dodd. I know, Dodd. MC, talk. Empty, talk. Gatlock, talk to me, man. Gatlock. All right. Red Devil, talk to me. Red Devil.
Belgium talk. The chances. Roberto Martinez obviously has got experience and is a solid coach. I think Belgium will top this group. As far as whether they'll win the tournament, the defense doesn't look that great, to be honest. So, Alderweireld and Vertonghen, to be honest, their legs are pretty much gone. So I do think that.
I think they picked Vermaelen. I think Vermaelen is in the squad.
And Vermaelen
still plays.
It still plays. That looks like a defense that can be got at, basically, like at pace and stuff like that. I think that if you counterattack that defense, I think that you might you cause that team a few problems. I'm not sure how Roberto will be able to deal with that, because obviously you don't have likes of Company, you don't have likes of Peak, Tongan, or Alderweireld there. As far as the front go, to be honest, the way I'd set the front three for Belgium is you'd have Lukaku, I'd have Castagna, that got from Leicester, and then I'd have I'd have like Nasser Chadli or Torgan Hazard on the left that way. That way, Eden can come from the bench, so he can be like an impact sub type of thing and give.
Red Devil.
No, he's part of the squad.
Red Devil.
He's part of the squad. I'm just saying it's an impact.
I know you're trying to be funny, but Red Devil, let me just say something right now. Belgium cannot. Belgium, it's in the best interests that Belgium get the best of Hazard.
But the problem is
if they don't wait, I'm responding to you. You asked me a question, so I'm responding to your question. So look, let me respond to your question. So my thing is, Red Devil, as you said, my answer is Belgium are not sniffing a trophy without Hazard. So unless they get the best of Zad, they're not sniffing a trophy. So it's in their best interest.
No, because if you look at that midfield
through Zad.
You look at that midfield. Axel Witsel, probably Yuri Tillemans, and then Kevin De Bruyne. And actually, you have Castagna,
Kevin who?
Lukaku,
Kevin who?
De Bruyne is there.
De Bruyne is there. And then
the CL final flop. No, but see, Red Devil, the issue is that
But then
De Bruyne can be really good in the groups, but see, once things get really heated up, he disappears.
And I'm saying, HH, that's why you need to bring a like this is why when you need to look at the current seasons. That's why you need to bring a likes of a Nasser Chadli or a Torgan Hazard. Players have had good solid seasons for their clubs that can now bring in that can come and link up with Lukaku. So that's the thing. So I'm not saying
also Carrasco. People are sleeping on Carrasco. Sleeping on Carrasco.
Exactly. So these options are attacking up front with or without Hazard. I think his role could really be as more of an impact sub than really part of the first team. So not to give necessary pressure. My thing with Belgium, I said going into this, is the defense really. That defense they have looks like it could be got at, and I think against a very quick team like a France, and even to a certain extent in England, if they were just going to do long ball counter attack pace type of thing, I think that defense could be got and it could cause problems. So yeah.
Mr. Jamal, talk to me, man. Belgium.
Yeah, man. I'm only gonna say one thing about this guy. He is still in Baku. I said it and I'm saying it again. Your boy is still in Baku. Go get your boy. He's in Baku. That was the last time this guy looked like a footballer. I'm sorry.
That's
still
harsh.
in Baku.
That's harsh.
But yeah, man. It's reality, man. But if this Belgium team does nothing, guys, I'm gonna put them right below the England generation squad. Because in 2014, when they lost these, everyone said, you know what? 2018, 2016 Euros, 2018 World Cup, these guys are going to win something, man. And I'm sorry, but they flopped. And we have to have energy for these guys because everyone said these guys was going to win something. So there are people who are on the line. Lukaku, I'm looking at you, bro. Fat Hazard, I'm looking at you, bro. De Bruyne, I'm looking at you, bro. These guys have to win something.
Wait, hold on, because... How come De Bruyne doesn't have a nickname? How doesn't he? Okay, because... how come Hazard has a negative nickname and not a guy who flopped in a CL final?
No, the reason I actually like Hazard, the reason why I'm bullying Hazard is because of you, bro. And I think you know that because you is always up on this guy.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Hazard played in the major final though. As Hazard actually played in the
Europa League final.
He hasn't.
Europa League final.
Yeah,
Mickey Mouse final.
2 goals and an assist. Red Devil. Yeah, 2 goals and an assist. You hear me?
Against
Red
Arsenal.
Devil, can you hear me?
Against
Red
Arsenal.
Devil, did you hear me?
Europa League?
Yeah, your name starts with us.
Oh, guys, Red Devil, did you hear what I said? Red Devil, did you hear what I said?
I heard that you said this guy was better than Messi. That's also what I heard.
2 goals and an assist in a major final.
Mount's legacy is already bigger than his.
2 goals and an assist.
Chelsea. Mount is a bigger character.
Jamal.
I just want to finish my point. So, Cesc Fabregas and Diego Costa and N'Golo Kante is some of the worst players then. If Hazard had no help. Cesc Fabregas is trash then.
Can I respond? Can I respond to that?
Respond.
This was Fabregas past his peak.
Oh, come on now.
Bro, he was one of the top assists.
Wait, let me respond to this guy.
But don't lie. Come on.
Okay, let me just respond.
Playing with Kante as well.
Yeah, he's on crack.
You had Kante as well.
Chelsea won a Champions League as soon as he left, and Real Madrid on the peak.
So basically, as I said, so wait, which names did you say? So you said Fabregas, Costa, who?
I said Fabregas, Diego Costa, and N'Golo Kante.
So first of all, Fabregas was past his peak.
No, don't line.
Costa, the thing with Costa is that because he had issues with Conte and so forth.
Costa with issues is still better than Werner.
So basically, because he had issues, you couldn't really fool around because he had personality issues and so forth. And the thing with Kanse is we didn't see the attack-minded Kanse that we know of until Sarri. So it was Sarri that made it. So really, no, I told you, it's fast scraps. He has scraps.
So I'm gonna end with this.
Messi has never won with scraps, but continue.
I just want to say this Belgium team better win something else. This generation is a flop. And man, you just have to hold your hands up and say this project was a flop, man. I know you tried hard, but it was a flop.
No.
They gotta hold
call it a flop when a guy is injured. Fully fit Hazard is top 2. Simple. He's not been fully fit. If he's fully fit, he's top 2. Simple as that. And yes, he's still better than Cristiano as a football player.
He's not better than Neymar, though. And he's not better than.
No,
he's not. No, he's not.
Put Hazard in that MSN team, man. I don't know, man. Put Hazard in PSG. Put Hazard at PSG. They only have half a season.
Let's move on. No, this guy's never gonna take this. Let's move on.
Okay. That's what guys. I will never accept you saying Hazard was not top 2 at his best. I'll never accept it. Zeman, he was. Zeman, talk to me. Belgium.
Yeah, I guess Belgium are gonna have to rely on Carrasco, Martinez, Lukaku, KDB, your boy Tillemans. I'm forgetting someone. Am I forgetting someone?
Togan Hazard. So basically, you're saying that they're not going to. If they have to rely on those guys, basically they're not winning. So that's what you're saying. So they're not.
No, they're winning. They're winning if they have to rely on these guys. They have a better chance than relying on a guy.
I don't care about chance, Zeman. You just named me a bunch of side chicks. You named me a bunch of side chicks.
No. These side chicks are better than a guy who's sexually attracted to a fridge.
Wait, guys. Can I just say this?
Saying, man.
That has a European trophy. There you go.
What European trophy, bro?
If Belgium
Giroud carried that
ball. It was that balls. We are in trouble, guys. I'm just saying that. We are in trouble.
No, he's not.
No.
He's not.
It's Jamal. This is the funny thing.
We're in trouble.
No.
Trouble
you guys are. You think I have started my Chelsea agenda with you guys? Oh no! Wait until this Euros and Copa America is finished. I am going to be clowning you guys all the way through this season until someone else wins that Champions League crown. I will. If Hazard dares balls in this whole thing,
he's not.
If he, Zeman, pray he does it.
No, he's not. He's not.
Zeman,
he's not. I could bet my house on it. He's not.
Zeman, I hope he flops.
He's
Zeman,
not.
I pray he flops. For your sake. For your sake, I hope he flops. I hope
he's
he flops.
garbage. He's garbage, bro.
Yes,
he's a substitute player, bro. Belgium needs a better team, bro.
I know.
Belgium can do better without him. Carrasco's going to have to step up. That's what they need. They need KDB, bro. And he tells me that they need the other Hazard, the real Hazard.
Yeah, the real one. I know. Yes.
Yes. I mean, they don't, like I said, they probably don't need a guy who's, who got weight problems, who's not professional, who scored a deflection against Sevilla, and then we touted him as one of the greats because of that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Cruz made that. Come on, Cruz made that more so than Hazard, bro.
Zeman, how far are Belgium going with the CL final flop?
Oh no! You see, he at least reached a Champions League final. I'm still waiting for that guy.
Ask a simple question. How far are Belgium growing, led by a CL final flop?
They're gonna go far. They're gonna go further if they don't have a guy that's sexually attracted to a fridge.
Oh my god!
So they're not gonna win it. They're just going to compete. Cool.
Either way, they weren't gonna win it. Quarterfinals.
Okay. I know. Vilton, talk to me.
Belgium. Where do I start with Belgium?
Start with Hazard.
The last golden generation was in the 80s. They got to the Euro final. I don't remember who they lost to, but I know they lost that final. And this is arguably probably the best golden generation that they're gonna have that they ever produce. I mean, ever in their history. So they have like one more chance. I believe this tournament and next year World Cup, that's their last chance, because in this tournament you could say this is the tournament where they really. Because you can't just count the World Cup. There's so many stuff that could go against you, especially in the World Cup being in November. That World Cup is going to be weird in general. But this is really the last one, because especially after KDB's coming off a good season. I know he flopped in the Champions League, but overall, like, he had a pretty good season with City this season. I know he started pretty badly, but I'm just looking at overall. I'm not looking at the Champions League. Let's just take the Champions League out of it. He had a decent season with City. Lukaku been amazing for Inter. So, he's in very good goal scoring. As for Hazard, yes, of course he's a Real Madrid flop. He's a bum when he puts the Real Madrid shirt on. But for some reason, when he plays for Belgium, he just turns up. Like I know I make fun of Hazard, of course. We all make the fat joke, fat Zard and everything. But for some reason today, when he came on against Croatia, this guy was doing flicks. I'm like, why couldn't you do that against freaking Chelsea like a few months ago?
He's a bum.
But you do
relax.
But I respect when a player balls for their countries. I respect that. It's your country, but you got to do the same too at the club level too, bro. Like, because the club pays you more than the international. But again, it is your country. I don't think Belgium's gonna win it because I just think this. I don't know how much that 2018 World Cup semifinal loss affected them. I don't know if it's gonna make them stronger, or they're in the UEFA Nation League semifinal. I think they're gonna go against France. So they still have that, but I truly believe that this team, if they do gel together, it's because 2016 everybody thought they were going to win it, and they lost to Wales. So in 2018, yes, they lost to France, but to be honest with you,
Hazard wasn't helped in the semi.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, Vilton. Who do you say they lost to in the last Euros?
Do you remember who scored those Wales goals?
Wales.
Remember who scored those Wales? Who scored those Wales goals?
Red Devil.
Middlesbrough striker.
Mute your mic.
But when you keep on saying Hazard, once and Hazard wasn't the best at the World Cup. It was Modric. But 2018, I know De Bruyne didn't show up against France, but he showed up against Japan. He showed up.
No, Brazil. No, Vilton. Modric was voted the best player. Hazard was the best player.
I didn't see it.
There are two different things.
Show me.
No, it's a known. It's a known.
No, show me.
Okay, I'll show you next time.
What your boy did against Wales in 2016?
Can I respond? He was
Middlesbrough striker.
Wait, let me respond to this because I can go out to Vilton. Jamal, he was saving himself to become the best player at a 2018 World Cup. That's what he was. That's why. Vilton, please continue.
But you could say this squad, they have more depth. You could say a little bit more depth compared to where I know Roberto Martinez wasn't there in 2016. That was a different manager. But 2018, they just lost to a better, well-oiled machine France team. The Warner was a flop in that game. But I do think they missed Fellini and company a lot because their defense is kind of shaky. But to be honest with you, at the Euro, besides France, no one really has a very, very, really good, strong defense. So they have very good attacking play. When you have Carrasco, who had a really good season, Batshuayi, offside merchant, you have Dries Mertens of Napoli, Hazard, he always balls for his country. De Bruyne, I expect De Bruyne to show to ball. He might not show up in the latter stage like he always does, but I expect him to ball. I think this team might get to the semis minimum. I don't think they're going to win it, but again, it's just if they don't win it, we have to say this is a flop generation because that many talent for you not even winning.
No, you're right. I'm just saying that, like, if certain people showed up in the World Cup 2018 semi, that's what I'm saying. Who else wants to jump in on this whole Belgium talk, man? Who else has spoken? Gatlock, talk to me.
Did you come to me before?
Nah, your mic wasn't.
Oh no, it wasn't. I left here. I need to get something besides your talking was kind of aching my brain.
Aching.
Yeah. Look, I don't really see Belgium doing anything. I felt like their strongest was in 2018. Okay, many of these players are now 30, 29. Okay, Lukaku is 27 or so, give or take. For some reason, these guys are voted best in the world. I don't know why. Their midfield is decent. Their attack looks good, although some people have declined, except for Lukaku and De Bruyne. Their defense doesn't look. Their defense doesn't look that strong. Give me a sec.
Are you all right, man?
Nah, bro. Steel just came back up. Okay, now.
These hangouts are the best, man.
Bro, skip that lock.
No, I'm good. All right. Where was I? Yeah. Their defense is
Panda
rubbish.
Jam, man. Too much Panda Jam, cat luck. I understand, man. It's so good.
Oh God, just talk. Don't keep talking, man.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Their defense is a bit suspect. They have some 35-year-old people here, man, and some of them are not as good as before, like Alderweireld, Vertonghen, and the rest. Courtois is good, but I'm seeing some of their games. They've actually been decent, but not good enough from what I've seen. I don't know how they'll square up against tough teams in the Euros, but I don't feel like they'll do much. Okay, De Bruyne is decent, but in the knockouts, he actually did well in the World Cup. I know he scored against Brazil. I can't trust Hazard in a knockout stage. No offense, but he hasn't really. I can't remember. I mean, this guy's lost to Wales, so it's not really something I can, bank on them. But look, they are one of the. I mean, their routes to the knockout stage. Who do they play if they top their group?
Who?
They played the winner, I think, of AF, I think, and E, the third place team. I think that's who they go against.
Third place team. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. They have the potential to go against Portugal, Germany, or France, whoever finished third in that group. They have the potential of that. But to be honest with you, though, Gatlock, I do think Belgium plays the best football out of all the European nations right now in the world. I think they play the best football out of everybody.
Yeah, well, look, like I said, we just have to wait to the Euros because I don't like putting too much banking on friendlies and whatnot. I like to actually look at them when they play in a big tournaments. Like, let's see how they play against Russia, then I can really cast my vote. But as of now, they still have their generation. I just don't trust their defense, especially without company. In the World Cup 2018, their defense was good against Brazil, against Japan. I know they scored them 2 goals and whatnot, but their defense was solid back then. Now, individually, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, and all those guys are not as good as before. So I don't know how they'll fare in Belgium. But like I said, we have to see that first game until I can cast my vote. But I can see them reaching the quarters of the semis. I haven't said all I've said. I can see them reaching quarters of the semis.
So anyone else wants to
teams here.
Chime in on Belgium before we move to our next team? Anyone?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So what I wanted to say is that Hazard really needs to step up because every time I'm on Twitter, the first thing I see is a Hazard McDonald's ad. So he really needs to step up because I like Hazard. I think he can do something. I don't know if it's about scoring goals, but I think he can provide something for Belgium, of course. In terms of talking about how Belgium play, it is a good playing style. And I think Lukaku is really going to benefit because obviously this isn't the first time he's playing under Roberto Martinez. He's played under him at Everton as well, and he was very good there. And I have maybe an unpopular opinion. I feel like Lukaku might actually get top scorer in this Euro 2020.
That's what I said as well. That's what's my belief.
Well, that's a good opinion.
Yeah, it's a good opinion. I don't think it's a problem. Like it makes sense because of how good a season he's had and Belgium's group.
Yeah, exactly. Going forward, this is a very good Belgium team. The wingbacks, you could put like Thorgan Hazard, Castagna on one side. In the midfield, Yuri Tielemans is very good going forward. You have Carrasco. Going forward, this team is fine. But I think in defense, it's a bit questionable. I haven't heard too many good things about Denayer and Vertonghen, at least this season. I know they're good players in general, but I don't know how to feel about them in defense, especially a lot of people are saying they're old, they're too slow. But I mean, we can only see what happens in the Euros. And it's a really weird team selection as well because they called up Thomas Vermaelen, who's in Japan, and he's 35 years old. So the squad is fine, but it's just weird selections like Vermaelen, and then if something happens to Lukaku, it's not even Hazard. Something happens to Lukaku, they're gonna have to rely on Benteke. So Like there's also that as
Oh
well.
my
So
days.
Hey, Benteke gets more goals than Timo Werner this season. Sit down. He's bought for Crystal Palace. Like, just chill.
I'm not commenting on Timo Werner. We're not talking about him.
So how far do you think Belgium can go then?
So if they do play against, I think they'll obviously make it past the group stage, but it really depends. If they play someone from the group of death, then I think it really depends on who becomes third. But I in general just think they'll make at least quarterfinals. I don't know about semis though, to be honest. But yeah, that's just my prediction.
Okay, so guys, before me, let me just hit these dubs. Let me just hit these dubs before we roll on through, man. So from Miguel Rabines, who says, check out Madrid's own tweet. McDonald's actually made an ad with his photo. Miguel Rabines, I will not be pulling up that tweet. Now, I think I have seen this tweet. And actually, let me actually see this nonsense. Let me see this crap. You see, this, for me, I've never known a player to be bullied to the extent of this dude. You know, how the dude has been
your fault.
But you know what I think? I think it's just envy. It's envy. So let me just see. Madrid zone. I mean, why would they even do this? Wait, Madrid zone. Where the fuck is this bitch?
He's your number one customer. Why not? He's your number one customer. Of course. Why not?
But if a guy is going through weight issues, why would you compound it with McDonald's ads and so forth? Why? Shouldn't you help him lose weight if he needs to lose weight?
Isn't this the guy that said he wants to leave Madrid? Why should they care?
Yeah. I mean, this guy's not liked in Madrid.
I don't know, but I heard in Belgium they have the best bakery.
Yeah. Is this real?
Yeah,
this
is very
This is real?
In Belgium too. This is in Belgium.
This is just bullying, man.
This is actually real?
Yeah.
If this is real, this is just straight up bullying. And again, see, guys, don't let Hazard have a good tournament. That's all I ask. Don't let him have a good tournament. Pray doesn't.
You don't have to worry about that.
From Jay Jokin, who says Zad's just been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes.
Come on, guys. Don't go that far.
Come on. That's Jay Jokin. Jay, please.
Yeah.
That's again, the most bullied player I've ever seen. Don't let him ball at the zeros. From LSK Laxon, who says HH cheats on Zad with mounts. Shameless.
That is crazy.
Red Devil, mute your mic. That's laugh. I don't want to hear that laugh. Why SK Jackson? Wash your mouth and wash your brain out with soap, please. And YSK Jackson again says that R9 will win a Euros before that paella merchant.
WSK Jackson.
Moving on swiftly. Moving on very swiftly. Guys, I want to talk about the Italians, man. And here's another one of my agendas.
Marco.
He was voted the most talented midfielder of his generation. He's the only midfielder. He's the only midfielder to get a 96% on the eye test. No other midfielder has ever scored that highly on the eye test before, so which is actually quite amazing because no midfielder of the generation has ever scored that high on the eye test. He has been denied a CL based on how trash his team is. He's been denied a CL based on Rafaela's brother flopping when it truly matters. If Rafaela's brother actually did what he was supposed to,
why is he never fault for his own actions?
If your player is so good, why can't he step up?
If Rafaela's brother actually did what he was supposed to do, Marco would actually have a few CLs. Now, Marco was robbed off showing us his skills at the World Cup because I don't know what happened to Italy. Prandelli decided to lose to Sweden.
Because he stood up against Sweden.
You know what's wild?
Prandelli decided to lose against Sweden. So this Euros represents a rendition because for me, I want Marco to show the world.
Show the world what?
I want Marco to show the world that he is the most skilled and the most swaggiest and the most technically proficient midfielder of his generation. And I need him to show the world that. As far as Italy goes, guys, Italy are rolling under the radar. And for me, I can't wait for the game on Friday, because I feel that Italy and Turkey are two of the top dark horses and outsiders that could perhaps say what's up at this tournament. So I'm really looking forward to that game, because I think that's going to be a very close game. So I'm hoping that can be a great game to really open things up, man. So, Mr. Hussein, man, Italy, and namely Marco Verratti, one of the most talented midfielders of his one of the most talented midfielders one of the most talented midfielders ever. Gatlock, thank you, Hussein. How good do you think is it that talent can do, bro?
So I think the first thing we need to look at is Italy's record recently, and I don't think they have lost a match since of like November 2018. So they've been on a good run of form. Under Mancini, they've been superb. September, I guess. And
but tournament football is different. Tournament football is different, of course. So we'll need to see how Roberto Mancini copes with the Italian team there. Under him, they've been playing very good, though. That's what I'll say. In terms of the squad, though, like, it's good to see Verratti. It's good to see, Nicolo Barella. He's been really good. There's a lot of other players as well. Like, they have Locatelli, they have Insigne, they have Chiesa, Belotti. Like, it's a crazy squad, really, to be honest. And I feel like if they had Moise Kean and Zaniolo, this team would be even better than they already are. So that it's just unfortunate, to be honest, because you look at players like Bernardeschi. Like, this guy does not deserve to be called up over Moise Kean, in my opinion. Yeah, he is trash. And then why wasn't Moise Kean called up, man? It's like he had a very good season for PSG.
Yeah, I think
because he is
Jamal, easy, Jamal. Shh.
What I was told is that it's just some discipline issue. That's all I'm being told, but who knows?
Oh, discipline, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but
they all do that.
Look, Sancho, man.
HH, if you think about it, if you look at the Italian team, Moise Kean does not fit in, if you know what I mean, in this Italian team.
Spot the difference. That's what we say.
Red Devil, mute your damn mic, man. Hussein, continue. So basically, Hussein saying that Italy are okay. Let me not go there. Just talk. Okay, buongiorno.
No. Like, it's a very good squad. Honestly, if they do not get to the at least quarterfinals, then it's a failure. Then they have to start questioning the squad. They have to start questioning Mancini. But yeah, I don't watch Italy too much. I'll be very honest about it, just because sometimes I miss the matches due to the time. But yeah, it's a very good squad, and I think it's a tough one, because the only question I have is their defense. How are they going to cope with like some really quick players if they do make it to the knockout stage? Because Bonucci and Chiellini, like they haven't really been that good. Like,
aren't these guys like 50 something? Please, I pray Buffon is not in the squad.
Nah,
he's not.
Thank God.
It's Donnarumma, Meret, and Sirigu.
Thank you, God.
So those are the three goalkeepers. But yeah, I don't have really anything else to say. I think.
How far do they go? God, look.
Please, do you know the combined age of Bonucci and Chiellini?
It's probably 80, right?
No, it's 70. One of them is 34. The other one's 36.
It's like, I wanted to be respectful and everything. But like, when I looked at the squad, I said,
man.
It's like, Barbarella, Immobile. What? I said that Italy don't have any young defenders.
Guys, they're like fine wine. They're like wine, man. It gets better with age.
Because wait,
You
Chiellini
know,
was no. This is this today. Chiellini was in Euro 2012, and I think that the guy was getting run over by Silva and stuff like he had to get subbed off, and that was in 2012, and this is 2020. Jesus,
how did this guy get into the squad?
Emerson. Wow. Look, Emerson is all right though. He's all right. Look, man, who else wants to pop up for Italy, man? Italy, man.
I do.
Is this Immobile's tournament, man? Okay, so Zeman and then Wilton. Zeman.
Yeah, I actually think they have a pretty strong midfield. That's their strong suit.
Yes, Barella is quality. Marco.
Yeah, in terms of attack, they're not that bad, man. Immobile, Insigne, they have somewhat quality up top, but again, it's the defense, bro. It's a center back partnership that I don't quite get. If they come up against a fast attacker, all you have to go is go central. And then you look at.
But this is what see. As much as they want to clown them based on how old they are smart and they're experienced. So if they could remember, I think the difference is that Prandelli was a more attacking manager. Mancini is more old school. So I think Mancini is going to help to protect the defense and keep them in a much more compact way. And look, they're smart, they're experienced, they know the way they run, so they know the tricks.
So they're going to be trade. So most likely they're probably going to be reserved, not going out, so not to expose their center backs into moments where they have to run or moments where they have to actually go on a one-on-one situation. That's probably the best way to go about it. And I'm looking at their fullback options, and it doesn't look that. I mean, it looks bad. Their fullback options don't look that incredible as well. So maybe, an all-out defensive style, Jorginho would fit in, Verratti would fit in, and I'm looking at, Barella is technically gifted, but he could also do the defensive work. And, Immobile, all you have to do is just Insigne and Immobile and just their attacking force is good enough to actually cause problems. You also got Chiesa. So they do have the ability to win it if they play a very pragmatic style of play, because they don't have the defense in order to play, expansive. They can't expose their center backs like that. So for me, I could see them being a dark horse. I could see them making it to the quarterfinals or semifinals.
Who else wants to pop in?
Jump on this.
Wilton.
Italy. It's just I know everybody's saying like their defense, but realistically in this tournament, who hasn't really elite defending? Like nobody really has an elite defending like partnership except for France maybe. That's about it. But
Portugal have a decent defense partnership.
Nah, but like it's not night and day compared to Bonucci and Chiellini. It really isn't.
No, well, no. Diaz and Font together are probably better than keeping that white.
Oh yeah.
Or Pepe. Diaz and
I thought Pepe was gonna start. I thought Pepe.
Or Diaz and Pepe.
But Pepe is 36. Pepe is 36. So
38.
Or 38.
Sorry. Excuse me. What? He's what?
Did you see that guy in the field?
But that's
they just get Font. Didn't Font win a League One title with Lille?
But I'm looking at this HH. They have Immobile up top. Who?
Chiesa.
Insigne, Chiesa. Midfielder, you got Barella, Jorginho.
Locatelli.
Lorenzo. Verratti also plays. I forgot about Verratti. You have Donnarumma. But Donnarumma is a pretty good goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Relax, bro. Experience, bro.
But the guy plays.
I just put it up for the audience to see. Just for the live audience to.
Donnarumma is a very good defender. Again, the thing I respect about this Italy team, because H is like when you ever since I started watching football, Italy has never been known for an attacking team, and this team is actually attacking. Like Italy's always been about defending. And one thing I always respect about Italy, when nobody expect them to win, they always win. 06, nobody saw them winning the Euro, and they won it. So you can't.
I didn't know there was Euros in 06.
No, the World Cup. I mean the World Cup. You know what I meant, bro.
Yeah.
but yeah. So the thing about this Italy team, right? Like, don't just they're a very, very strong dark horse, and they're my pick to win it all. To be honest with you, HS, because Mancini did a very good job with this team. I don't think they've lost any single game yet. And I know it was just a friendly game, but the way absolutely destroyed Czech Republic, like 4-0, like it was nothing. So they're getting ready for the Euro, bro. Like, bro, why are you so obsessed with Neymar?
So you say so they're getting prepared for the what are you saying? So yeah,
his mom is Brazilian.
So
wait, guys, can you allow Wilson to finish? Wilson, I'm sorry.
Italy has the defense. No, Italy has the really good midfield, and they have a decent attack. So I expect them to win the Euro, bro. I'm gonna go. My pick is for Italy to win it all. So I think Italy got this, bro. Yeah, they were my pick to win it. So a lot of people are saying France and Portugal, but I think Italy got this, bro. And it's just, bro. As for Marco Verratti, bro, if he gets carried to that Euro, bro,
leave him alone. Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. Let him live. Let him live.
Can I go?
Gatlock, go for it, bro. Go for it.
All right. Yeah, Italy. These guys are my dark horses. I've been saying it since last year, basically, before COVID to go and shift to the Euros. I even felt like they had a good squad last season with Biraghi, the left back, but he's not available this time. Zaniolo, I really wish he could have played, but I think he's been injured most of the season, so he wasn't able to be picked. Huh?
He damaged ACL.
Yeah, exactly. So he's been injured most of the season, he couldn't play. In Serie, I don't know how good he's been this season. Immobile, man, I really thought these guys would have done it last year because that guy was on form. I know half of his goals were penalties, but that confidence would have helped him. But yeah, these guys are actually my dark horses to win it. I will not be surprised if they do. If France, if France don't win, I think Italy are like my second choice. But I'll lie to you, their friendlies have been great, man. I mean, even their qualifiers have been top notch. But here's the thing about these guys. I remember them in the Nations League, and whenever they played the top team, they were not as lethal as they usually are against all these other teams. So it depends, man. I'm very eager to see that Italy game. Is on Friday, and I can't wait for that game because I need to see how this team works. Because their defensive partnership has usually been Bastoni, and I think there was a time it was Mancini from Roma, but I didn't pick him this time. I don't know why, but yeah, I didn't pick him. And there's only Bastoni. I know that's the youngest guy there. I'm a youth person, man. No disrespect to the old guys, but I'm a youth guy. So, and Chiellini and Bonucci, man. I mean, if Juventus finished fourth and almost finished, if Napoli did not screw up, they would have finished fifth. How good have they been? I remember AC Milan smacking them 3-0. So it's like, if they come against an attacking team, then they will be in trouble. The only good news is I don't really think their route to the final is that tough, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I don't think they're to the final because if they top their group, give me a sec. If they top their group, they face Group C second, and then Group B and whatnot. So they are not really going to face anybody from Group F until like maybe semis. So I can see these guys reaching the semis at least. Semis at least for me. I think they'll reach semis, and if they are good and they show up, all I need is their defense to be good. I think Mancini needs to pick a good defensive partnership. I'm not sold on Bonucci and Chiellini as a back two. Okay, if they play as a back two, I don't think they'll do too well. I think Bastoni has to play along either Chiellini or Bonucci, one of them. I think Bastoni has to start. So if they get their defense right, their midfield is already good. They have a good midfield and they have a decent attack. That guy from Sassuolo, Berardi, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Berardi. That guy. He's very good, and I think he can show up with Insigne on the left. I think can.
No. Look, they have a team. They have a team. Italy have a team, which is why I want to see what happens with them against. Like that's going to be a good game. Them against Turkey, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see because I think either one of them can actually top that group. Either them or Turkey can actually top that group. You know. Yeah. So who else wants to? Also, and Antonio, talk to me, man.
Can you hear me, Church?
Yes, we can hear you, man. We can hear you.
All right. So, I haven't watched a lot of Italy, but when I have watched them, they've been very good. They're probably, in my opinion, they have a high chance to win the Euros. They're a dark horse, in my opinion, though. Maybe they could do something, but I think a lot of people are they don't have them on their radar. They're not really checking for them, and I think that's when Italy will surprise everyone, because I feel like they could make a very good run in this tournament. I would definitely say I have them over, Germany, but that ain't really, that's pretty easy to do. But I would also have them over Turkey. I feel like they'll win that game. It'll be a tough game, but they'll win. I If I had to say who would compete with them for like my personal dark horse, would be Spain. I think Spain or Italy are gonna surprise people, and people aren't gonna see it coming. But hopefully, Marco has a great performance. He hasn't really been good in the CO. He tears it up in Uber Eats, but when it comes to Europe, yeah. So let's see if he can do something in the Euros and show us apparently why he's apparently the best midfielder of this generation. But if he doesn't show up, that narrative gotta go. HH.
What? Wait. What's narrative? I don't spot any narratives. All I spot is truth, bro. All I spot is truth.
Nah, the Verratti narrative isn't truth. It's just blasphemy.
Okay. Well, let me just hear this. So from your boy Martin Rosario, who says, Martin Rosario says, Jamal meant to say it's cause Keane is black. Got you, bro. Martin, it was supposed to be on the hush. Okay, we're trying to keep things on the sealed. Okay, shush, on the hush. Okay, of course, Mancini did not pick Moise Keane because he's black. Wink. YSK Jackson says, HH, would you start Yano Isabibe over Marco? No offense to Yano, but unless Yano is a generational talent like Marco is, why in 16 Blue Hells, LSK Laxin, who supports our trashers, Lancaster United, would you start a unknown dude over a generational talent, man? I think you need to smoke some freaking grass, man. Let's keep things moving. Let's keep things moving, man. Let's keep things moving. Where are we at? 156.45. So I want to combine both of these, man. Netherlands and Croatia. Guys, my Netherlands thing is very simple. If Koeman was manager, they would be one of my leading dark horses. And I think the Netherlands would have surprised a lot of people if they had Koeman, and especially if they had Van Dijk. I think Netherlands would have really, really been a massive surprise package. Van Dijk, obviously,
even with De Boer. Even with De Boer.
I'm getting there. Van Dijk obviously has decided not to go because he doesn't want to waste his time playing under a brick manager who's a failure. Also, 6 games, 6 losses. De Boer is a trash, garbage manager. He's awful. He's terrible. And he only has his job because he was such a great player. But people need to divorce the player from the manager. And I think it's unfortunate. So I mean, look, does anybody think Netherlands are going to do anything at this tournament with De Boer?
No.
Nope.
No way. They're trash.
Can I speak on this real quick?
Go for it, man.
Okay, Netherlands, useless, bro. Like it's all Robin fault. Like this, I think they just
also quickly, Wilson. They may not come out of their group because Ukraine are winning that group. Shout out to North Macedonia, and Austria may come third.
Yeah, they're not getting out of that group.
Because I blame Coleman too in a way. Because you made it to the Nation League final. I know it's Barcelona, but bro, you couldn't wait after the Euro. I'm guessing, but in his mind, he's like, bro, I'm not gonna get the opportunity ever again to coach a big club like Barcelona. So I guess it makes sense, but it's your country, bro. Like you turn your back on your own country. But hey man, you do what you got to do. I guess
But
he
they must
won,
have had other options though, Milton. Like I can't believe that the Netherlands, the
but
only
it
man
was
they
so
could
quick
hire.
though because it was so quick though. It
Yeah,
just
that's what. But
came out the
yeah,
blue. So the war was probably the I guess I'm guessing they weren't ready for Coleman to because I didn't think Coleman was gonna leave.
But my thing that he's been so bad for so long. Why isn't someone that say, look, man, Van der Sar, Bergkamp, even Seedorf,
Maybe they don't have any.
someone
Maybe
come in
nobody
and
wants to
just
deal with
come on
this.
because this guy is. Hey, how do you hire a guy who had 6 matches and 6 losses, 0 goals? That's amazing.
it was 7 actually. I think it was 7 matches, 7 matches, 7 losses, 0 goals. Crystal Palace. I mean, people cuss Roy Hodgson, but like Ollie, like all these other apprentice managers, but they would at least gotten 1 goal, at least a point.
Red Devil.
But as for Netherlands, I think they won a Euro in 1988. I think. Yeah, 88. But this country, I think they just cursed, bro. You can't go to 3 World Cup final and lose all 3 of them. Like, and I blame Robin for this, bro. Robin had that chance. It's just your GOAT, your idol. I blame
they
Robin.
Said Spain were doping.
But as for this Euro, I don't expect much out of the Netherlands. I don't. If they do somehow win it, that'd be insane. That's a crazy story. But I don't expect much out of the Netherlands. What was the other country that you were mentioning? The other country, Croatia. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Croatia. Madrid is the greatest Croatian player of all time. There's no debate.
But also, they don't have Mandzukic. Mandzukic has
Croatia to me. No, Croatia to me. Madrid for me, just gonna go there and fight for his country. It's just gonna be vibe because Madrid has nothing else to prove. How many other player can say they got to a World Cup final? Like nobody else can say that. The World Cup is every 4 years. I know he didn't win it, but the thing about international tournament, it's every 4 years. It's not like the Champions League where you have a chance every single year to make it. So Madrid did his country proud in 2018. He was the best player at the World Cup. So Madrid really have nothing else to prove. The guy's 36. The guy played over 60 plus game this season, and he's about to play at the Euro. So I'm not expecting much from Croatia. If they do make another run, that would even enhance Madrid's legacy even more. But Netherlands, they're not gonna do any much. De Boer he's from the road, and Madrid, please ball, make me proud. It will bring tears out of my eyes if you ball again, bro. But yeah, that's my defense on it, bro.
Jamal, go feel free.
Yeah, man. Sorry, guys. I was taking a shower, so I really didn't get to talk about Italy. So can I just say what I have to say about Italy?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, man. I just have to say Italy better do not play high line because that defense have to be right next to the goalkeeper. I'm telling you. Yeah, man. But they have experience, Carolini, man. So yeah, they have good experience in the defense. They're similar to Germany in terms of their midfield is quality, but attack is 50-50. Because I hear guys say,
Jamal, quick question. Which team knocked out, because Chiellini and Bucci were part of Juve's defense, right? What was the team that knocked them out of the Champions League this season?
This season, Juventus.
Yeah, who knocked Juventus out this season? Porto. Okay, yeah, sorry, just go on.
Red Devil, that's a cheap
I don't
shot.
know.
I'm just saying, like
that was a cheap shot, man. That's a cheap shot.
It's but sorry, go on, Jamal. Sorry.
Yeah, man. I just saying everybody says they have a good attack. I see everybody says Insigne, Chiesa, and they always slip in Belotti. Not Belotti. No, the next guy. Immobile. Yeah, that guy. How good is Immobile really, guys? Because this guy just balls in the Serie, but do he really do anything for Italy? I don't know. I don't watch Italy so much. So does this guy balls for Italy?
He's been decent for Italy, but yeah, that's the issue.
But my thing is that has he done it at a big tournament? He needs to prove it at the major tournament.
But they weren't there in the 2018 World Cup, were there?
Good.
So.
The fact that they lose the 2018 World Cup that's just a problem. Like,
leave them, man.
Yeah, man. So I think we got the whole little thing about Immobile. I don't think we should put him up there as quality yet. But yeah, man. And Netherlands, I mean, this guy makes Frank Lampard look tier 2. That's what the ball does. The ball makes Lampard. I remember when this guy was at Crystal Palace. The guy just tell you. I think they only scored 1 goal. And I
No,
think
they
it was
didn't
a
score any
penalty.
goals, Jamal. They didn't score any goals. 0 goals. No goals.
No. So it's like De Boer makes Lampard like the English Guardiola. That's how bad De Boer is. Like
Yeah.
De Boer is like, because you know how Lampard is. De Boer, he's like basement level, like on the floor, where De Boer literally has no idea what he's doing. Literally,
He's a fruit seller.
he sells fruit.
But the Dutch before, when Koeman was there, the Dutch was like everyone's second team. I was hearing so much love. Everybody saying the young generation, this Dutch team is good. As soon as this manager comes, no one is saying nothing about Dutchman. So that says all about this guy as a manager. And Croatia, man, I don't know. It's either Modric and Ishala. That's it for him, Croatia. Modric and Ishala.
Okay, wait. So
How
let me
about
say
the
this, Dubs.
Champions League winner and
Wait.
Kovacic?
So wait, from Yasser's side, who said, now this is funny, and this is for the panel, man. So Yasser's side says, Frank de Boer or Southgate, who's a better manager? Here's the thing.
Southgate may be bad. He's bad.
It's like, look, as bad as, see, there's bad, then there's generational. Like Southgate is bad. De Boer, he redefines it. Basically, De Boer is like a horseman. De Boer is like a horseman of like trashness. So he's basically he's made an impact on trashness. So basically, if
He's
there's
a new level of
horseman
bad.
for bricks, how do you go 7 games and 7 losses?
If this guy win the Euros, what then?
No, impossible.
De Boer has reinvented bad. Being bad, he's just reinvented it. Just trash manager. He's so bad.
He has taken it to levels unforeseen where, like, even when we did the whole Netherlands thing and I did it with like Osasuna and Rob, they were like, no, our team is good. We've got some quality guys. But nobody in Holland has any hope because everyone in Holland is like, yeah, we have no hope. Like, there's not going to happen. And my issue is that it goes back to the whole Pirlo thing, Lampard thing, Raul, is that people seem lost in the facts of like, great player, he must be a great manager. And people can't escape that thing of like, no, but he was such a good player. Surely he must be a good manager. But
No. It's worse than that. It's worse than that. He actually has experience. That's the worst thing.
I don't believe that. I don't believe the Dutch Federation looked at Frank de Boer, going from Koeman, looked at Frank de Boer, a man that basically like completely bricked the Crystal Palace. But there clearly must have been other options. Well, i.e., there mustn't have been other options in such a short space of time. There mustn't have been any options. They just had to hand in the job. And obviously, he was the only one that sort of took it because.
It's been months before this Euro.
Wait, Red Devil. Since you started off with racial, you brought racial into it, Red Devil. So let's keep it racial. Let's keep it racial.
Yeah.
Was Seedorf really that bad at Milan? I can put any money down that Seedorf would be a far better fit. And Seedorf, he even said this on. He had an interview saying, "Look, I did my whole Milan sentence and everything, and I wasn't offered anything." So Seedorf is there. He has good. He did a decent job for Milan. You have a guy who was garbage for Palace, a guy who was decent for Milan, and you wouldn't give him the job. Guys, I know you don't want me to say it. But I'm going to say it. It's white privilege.
Yep.
Like when I see, wait. When I see De Boer and I'm like, this guy is so bad. And the funny thing is that everyone knows he's bad. Everyone knows he's crap. But yet you've allowed him to take your country who have some talent into it. My thing is that if this guy's finished bottom of their group and he still keeps his job,
I can bet money that Seedorf would have won games. He would have. Why is De Boer the manager? This is just trash. Seedorf would have won.
Wait. Okay. Red Devil wants to say
something. So International Lands. So first thing, I think someone said that like Frank de Boer flopped in MLS as well. So So
How is that possible?
Has this guy just flopped everywhere? Which let me
how do you
Frank
flop
de Boer.
Go to Wikipedia and look at the list of
No. Hold on.
places he
HH.
managed.
I'm still on
HH.
Rafaela's and Wikipedia.
If this guy flopped in the MLS and his PL and got the coach, no, the Dutch Federation needs to be inducted. I'm sorry.
Red Devil. Look, this guy said it best. This guy said it best. Let's be honest.
I read something, some quote from the worst manager in the history of the Premier League.
Is it true,
Frank de Boer, 7 matches, 7 defeats, 0 goals. Where he was saying that it's not good for Marcus Rashford to have a coach like me, because the most important thing for me is to win. If he was coached by Frank, he would learn how to lose.
I mean, he's not lying.
He's not lying.
Drop the facts.
Wait. Okay, wait. So let's see. So he managed Ajax from 2010 to 2016.
How did he keep the job that long?
So Inter Milan 2016, 2017 Palace, Atlanta United 2018 to 2020, and now Netherlands manager at 2020.
That's a CV.
And that is it, man.
Just one last point as we wrap up. Do you think that this with this Frank de Boer thing? Because I hear that De Ligt might also be a doubt as well. Could this potentially be one of the because in every sort of World Cup, Euros, there's always like a lubrication. Is this possible that we could, without Van Dijk, without De Ligt, that there possibly could be a lubrication in this group with this Dutch side?
Well,
I don't think so.
I'm just because Red,
there's a possibility.
Is that Red? Let me say is that I think that the thing about Netherlands is they're known to totally self-destruct. I think it was like Euro 2012 where like they just go run ragged. I think Christian just ran them ragged. And my thing about it is that if things when things fall apart for Netherlands, they completely fall apart because they have such poor character. Like they have 0 character. So my thing about this is that that's why Van Dijk he knew. So like if let's say there's no Van Dijk, De Ligt is not there, and that defense is just porous or so forth. My thing is I really believe these guys could end up maybe losing all their games and finishing bottom of their group.
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't think they're going to get lubricated. Look at their team, bro. The teams they're facing, they don't have high quality strikers. Yeah, they don't have high quality strikers.
Don't sleep on
Ukraine.
They're not sleep on North Macedonia.
No one doubts that they don't have a good team. All this is tied to the fact that they've got a manager who makes good teams, absolutely trash. Crystal Palace was solid side, and they could make them score. So I don't know.
I don't trust the quality of the opposition to get them a lubrication.
So from Martin Rosario, another door from Martin Rosario. Thank you, bro. He said, lead level, remind me who you lost to in the Europa final. Lead level, do you want to remind people who you lost
to? Is this guy saying they support De Boer? I mean, I don't understand. Like, is this the concept of De Boer?
Red Devil, remind us who you lost to in the European final.
If the question is insinuating that De Boer's a
Red
better
Devil, can you
man
answer
than
the question?
Let's chill. Let's see.
So Red Devil, can you answer the question? He asked the question. Can you answer the question? Who did you lose to? Who did you lose to?
What do you mean? Who did we lose to? What? We lost to David De Gea. That's who we lost.
You're so childish, man. You're so childish. Wait. Lastly, and listen from Quarterly Awesome. Thank you for the dub. So Quarterly Awesome says De Boer should be banned from managing permanently.
Absolutely,
bro. He has a place perfectly. He has a nice little quality 1x1 bunk bed in Class B in Siberia. And my thing is that let's see, I'm giving a challenge to De Boer. Win one game.
Score a goal.
Win. No, that's easy. Win one game. If this dude, no. Look, let me say this right now. If anybody tells me that if Holland end up bottom, lose all their games, 0 goals, and De Boer still keeps his job, and he has to step it down, you can't tell me that white privilege isn't real. You can't. I'm sorry, you can't.
Yeah, this is a funny question. So HH, your life is on the line, right? You have two managers to manage a game. If they win the game, you're safe. The two managers, who are you picking? De Boer or Ryan Mason?
Ryan Mason. Because the reason why I care Ryan Mason is that he's new. So maybe he'll have fresh ideas. See, De Boer, I know you're trash. I know you're crap. So I'd rather take a risk with somebody who's in unproven quantity, somebody who I know for a fact is
haven't you heard that term? The devil you know is better than the angel you don't know, bro. So I mean, you gotta take the ball, bro.
Ryan Mason won a game in his first 7.
Yeah, but you know, guys, he's 29. You know he's 29, right? Ryan Mason. He's 20. You could be 29.
He has room for improvement.
And managing
the ball can be 60 or 70. He's still arguably one of the worst managers of all time.
How do you not score a goal? Losing is one thing, but they didn't even score one goal
in 7 games.
In 7 games. That just
like, I mean, no, guys. Look, okay, but guys. So Croatia, are we saying that that's Croatia's? That's the rich.
No Mazukic, no party, bro. They ain't doing shit.
Let's be honest, bro.
It's only Kovacic and Modric and Perisic. Like I said, they like what they did in 2018 was already insane. Like again, how many other countries can say they've been to World Cup final? Let alone, I think the population of Croatia is about 3-4 million. I don't correct me if I'm wrong.
It's barely bigger than Uruguay.
Yeah, so the way they celebrated, like it was just an insane. Like the way you saw the president of the woman, she was celebrating like they actually won it. So just making it there because I don't think anybody had them making the final. So what they did in 2018 was already insane.
Now the stupid thing is the way I saw it going was that they already this quarters Spain would beat them in the quarters.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Russia said what's up and they didn't say what's up.
Wait, hold up. Mate, I think his name is Dick Advocat, not Dick Advocate.
Advocates.
I don't think the guy's advocating for anything about it.
I don't know what that means.
So look, guys. Actually, let me bring in some other thing right now. So where we are right now, 2-16-20. Let's look at other teams, man. So apart from the teams that we've already named, are there any other teams who you think could spring a surprise? So
North Macedonia,
Turkey and Ukraine.
North Macedonia.
People keep talking about Ukraine. See, people have told me about Denmark. Guys said Isaac is not going to be at Sweden. Also, shout out to Sweden. Shout out to Sweden without any Ibra. I think is great.
Go wait from Denmark.
Yeah, actually,
people are sleeping on him.
I could see Denmark in the quarters.
Yeah, they could be a surprise package. To be honest with you.
Are we forgetting Wales?
Denmark is a good team.
Bro,
I like Denmark.
Wales.
Actually,
Gareth has something to prove, bro. He's trying to prove that he's not a golfer. So.
I mean, because so Denmark it's Denmark, Belgium, Finland, Russia. So basically, they're coming top 2. So Denmark are coming out of that group. I mean, Denmark for me, I think it's quarter. I think it's second round, man. Second round max.
What about Wales with Gareth Bale?
No.
Yeah, but HH. Second in Group B faces second.
What about Scotland?
You see,
they got to the semi-final in 2016.
But I'll tell you, Wilton, first of all, I believe that Switzerland are solid. Italy, Turkey will fight. Will take out the first 2 spots. Switzerland are coming third. I think Wales finish 4th.
No, Daniel James, man. Daniel James is gonna come clutch.
And Gareth Bale, bro. Gareth Bale literally, bro. And it's just Gareth Bale went to Tottenham for a fitness gym just to get ready for this tournament. So don't sleep on that, bro.
Yeah, he might tear it up.
Okay, bro. I mean, their manager is in jail.
I think the reason why Denmark is gonna go far is because they got goat weight.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying, bro. Don't sleep on that guy.
Watch him pull up with the R9 haircut.
No. Go to
What about Scotland?
Nah. What about Russia?
No. Russia, let's be real. Russia
Let's be honest. Russia goes to the quarters on vibes. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they were just home merchant. That's the only reason why. They were just host merchant. That's why they got
No.
to
Russia without
they're
steroids is
gonna
nothing.
run
Russia
the teams
without
they're gonna
steroids is
play.
nothing.
But, and also,
and
okay. Should we still hold Lewandowski to the fire if he doesn't ball out for Poland, or can we just say, look, he has to do too much?
Bros. Except for Lewandowski.
Do a little bit better than he did at the World Cup.
Wait. So hold on. Okay, Gatlock, talk me, Gatlock.
Except for Lewandowski and maybe Piatek or no, Milinkovic-Savic. Please mention another Poland player. Well, one of team, Milinkovic-Savic is Serbia. Except for Lewandowski.
Yes, yeah. Actually, Serbia have a decent side.
But they're not there.
What about Czech Republic?
Actually, wait, guys, hold on. Let's go back to Group C. North Macedonia. Guys, how big? No, hold up. How big is Macedonia? I think these guys have 10 people in Macedonia. So let me land. Chill. Let me land. So Macedonia have 10 people. I'm guessing South Macedonia have 7, and North Macedonia have 3. So therefore, if North Macedonia come through this group, you know that's done. And if North Macedonia finished ahead of Netherlands, De Boer has to be imprisoned.
Are you telling me 90% of Macedonia are professional footballers?
Except for Pandev, mention one person in Macedonia.
They did beat Germany.
That guy.
We can't sleep on them. They beat Germany 2-1. And Germany has two. So we can't sleep on North Macedonia.
Guys, if you want to know about...
Do you remember this guy?
Wait, Jamal. It's okay, Jamal.
Yeah. If you guys want to know about Macedonia, you have to ask CR7. He knows all about North Macedonia.
He discovered them.
I'm just saying.
He named them, bro. He named them, discovered them.
Oh.
Yo, HH, do you remember this guy?
Who's this guy?
Don't you remember this guy?
Bardi.
That's a star player.
Bardi now from Levante, man.
Oh,
dude, he was part of the 5-4, bro.
Oh wow. No, look. My thing is, okay, apart from who's in Ukraine? So I know Zinchenko is there. Who else is in Ukraine?
Yarmolenko.
But Shevchenko is doing a good job, though. Shevchenko is doing a good job.
Chevy, man.
Oh, they have Malinovsky.
Who was the country that finished ahead of Portugal in the qualifiers? Was it Turkey?
Ukraine.
It's
Ukraine.
They are a decent team.
Yeah, they are a team.
To beat Spain 1-0 though. They also beat Spain in the Nations League.
That's the problem about COVID. Qualifiers is now 2 years ago. I mean, come on.
Yeah, man. It's a long way ago. See. So guys,
the thing. Sorry, so just a quick change. The thing that you guys to say about with tournaments that, although we obviously talking about a lot of talented players, in recent times it has leaned more towards pragmatism. And the thing with a lot of these, especially when there's only one games, that a lot of these teams that you say, a Slovakia or Hungary or something like that, is that in 90 minutes it's very easy to defend for a 1-1 or long ball up in a 1-0 and sit back, etc. So I think that it's going to be difficult because of a lot of these small teams, and that's why I fear for like a team like Netherlands is that all it takes is just one goal. They put 10 men behind the ball and then they'll go through. So I think essentially what I'm saying is that don't be surprised if you see a lot of these smaller nobody teams actually going through and doing well, because pragmatism, I think, in this tournament will go through. It happened in the last Euros. Portugal finished third and they won, and they were quite pragmatic. They weren't expansive. They didn't control the game. So this whole idea that the best teams are going to
France at the last World Cup, super pragmatic.
Yeah, but are we doing anything for the Copa America, Are we doing anything for Copa America?
But Jamal, we don't even know whether it's going ahead.
Bro, go to the States, man.
It's happening. It's happening.
Just bring it to the States.
We don't know if it's happening because these guys are like,
it's
happening.
It's going to happen in Brazil.
Funny part about it is we don't want to play, right? But guess who just put a statement out that I want the Copa to play no matter what? Guess what country
Argentina.
this is? Guess which country it is?
Argentina.
Yeah, bro. They said
Argentina.
they're full on it, bro. They wanted to be played.
Volton.
That's an advantage, bro.
Volton, let me tell you right now. Messi, I hope you're listening because he was listening to this Hangout. He keeps on calling. He keeps calling me to threaten me, mate. If you win this without Brazil, you know how annoying I can be. You know it's not going to count.
No, he won. It counts.
No, it doesn't.
It counts.
Messi,
It counts.
you best
It
make sure
counts.
that Brazil are in this Copa because
It counts.
if you go ahead and you play, do you know what would be funny? They play and they still don't win it with Brazil not in there. Then I'm like,
against Chile in the final.
He'll be on suicide watch.
Whoa, hold on. Why
I
won't
hope that
Brazil
doesn't
do
happen.
because they don't want to play it in Brazil because
If-
Brazil has freaking COVID, and also they weren't informed about the move. They were just told that hey, it's been moved. They're like, wait a minute, we weren't told about this. So, and also, why are you moving it to a country that has one of the biggest issues with COVID in the world, which is Brazil? It's stupid.
Yeah,
It's very messed up right now. It's just so
sorry,
disorganized.
bro.
No
I can be a
plan.
bit behind the news nowadays from
look,
Twitter.
take
You
it. Look,
understand?
look.
But the sick part about it,
Look,
everyone had a year to get ready for this.
No.
tournament.
My thing is that ATL has been fully open ever since COVID started. So ATL has never listened to social distancing in America since COVID started. So play all the games in freaking ATL because I think those guys are COVID free. So it's this. No, look, this the stuff is wild, man. But we have to just wait and see when and if that thing gets confirmed, man. So from your boy Martin Rosario, who says Maradona would do a better job than De Boer right now.
Oh my god.
Right now,
Bro, Maradona was a useless manager, but he would.
Yeah.
But
I
I
don't
mean,
think.
wait,
I don't think that's the point.
did Argentina
think
get
that's
out
the
the
point.
group in 2010 at the World Cup? Did they even make it
yeah,
out?
they did.
Did you
Yeah,
guys
no,
get
they
that
lost to
point?
Germany
It
4-0.
was Germany, they gave them 4-0, man.
Oh yeah.
4-0. Wait, relax. Maradona, he tried.
No, this
What's
guy's
4-0 in
training
Scotland?
regimen didn't exist,
Circumcision
bro.
or something.
Look,
I
Maradona,
thought-
he tried.
This
I
guy had
thought
no
the
training regimen.
I
It's
thought
all
the
vibes.
super chat was that like that Maradona's past, obviously. So
Wait. Red Devil, say again. What did you say, Red Devil?
I thought that was the point. That's the super chat. Martin's basically saying that a dead Maradona would do a better job.
I don't
Yeah.
know. That's
we
what
get
it said.
that.
That's what it said.
Right.
But it's like, come on,
If
Martin,
Netherlands
it's
win,
Maradona. Have some respect.
if Netherlands win it, can you please make the boy chief of guard in the academy?
No, you have
He'll be a
to.
horseman.
Wait.
Degrees of
Can I respond?
difficulty.
No, Wilson. If he wins it, they
He's a
cheated.
horseman.
Like then it's like no, UEFA, they cheated because that's the only way that they can look at this. Is that they cheated or they called Gandalf to say what's up? Basically Gandalf said what's up. Gandalf and Saruman combined said what's up. Yes aside, thank you for the dub. Yes aside, it says Modric took Croatia to the final and HH has the nerve to say Zad was the best player in the tournament. Shake my head. Now, yes, sir. First of all, can I respond to that? Modric,
You don't have to. You don't have to.
he did.
Just ignore it and move on. Man.
Modric, I commend what he did, Modric. That was amazing. And he was voted. See, there are always two names. Modric was voted, he was voted the best player. The best player was Hazard.
By who?
But why didn't Hazard win the
No,
Ballon
who
d'Or
made
then?
that decision?
So my thing about it is that it doesn't take anything away from Modric. You see, you can have two best players, Modric and Hazard. They shared the award. They shared the award.
No, they didn't.
There's only one player, bro.
Basically, this is what happened. They gave the award to Hazard and Modric, and Hazard said to the FIFA guys, "Look, I think that Modric deserves it. So take my name out of it." And that's what it is. If you look,
They gave
I
it
saw
to
the sheet.
Modric because Hazard wasn't in the champion.
No. I saw the sheet.
Final.
In the sheet, it says Modric Hazard because they were both tied because they couldn't do anything. And Hazard said, "Give it to Modric. He deserves it more." So
Show me the paper.
HH, you know what they did? HH, you know what they did? They gave Modric the deserved best player of the tournament, and they gave Hazard for his little third place win a free McDonald's gift card for a lifetime.
Ooh.
You see, my thing about it is that don't allow him to ball. Don't allow him to ball. Look,
Ball against who, bro?
Okay. General thoughts. Do you think this How do you think this Euros is going to play out? Exciting, fun, weird?
Wait, hold on, HH, you're forgetting one player.
Whom?
A guy that plays for Finland.
Pookie.
Look. I think Pookie's peak has passed.
Isn't this guy playing second division?
But HH,
No, the guys brought Norwich back to the Premier League. Top score as well.
Back to your question, right?
Yeah.
This year, I feel like this year is gonna be who's really, really won it, because with the entire congested season we just had, I know players are very, very tired. So it's gonna be about who really, really wants it. And don't be surprised if there's a lot of injury too at the Euro, because there's been a lot of games this season, and I think the season starts back in August. And in August, you have the Nation League. In October, you have the World Cup qualification. So it's insane for the players, but it's really going to be about who can win it. I think that's why a lot of people are saying we might have a new winner this Euro.
Yeah,
okay, wait. But on that, Wilson, before I go, if it is a new winner, who would you have your money on being in the new winner?
Belgium.
France.
Over Turkey?
I'd agree with that.
Or England?
What about France?
France
is not a new winner. They won it before. I don't trust England because England is always hype every single year. That's why I don't trust them. They can win it, but I just don't trust them.
Who names this?
But Belgium, I see progression with Belgium. So if I had to pick money for a team that hasn't won it yet, it has to be Belgium. For me, I see progression with this team. So
where's the progression though?
No, think about it. 2016, they lost to Wales, and they had them and Roberto Martinez took over.
They lost to go back. They lost to Wales.
Yeah, they lost to Wales. Okay.
Let me emphasize that point. They lost to Wales. That's not progression.
Okay.
It wasn't Bale.
Okay, Red Devil.
It was Hal Robson partnered with Steve Jones. That's what it was.
Then England, y'all lost to Iceland. Then in 2018, they lost to the team that won the World Cup, so it wasn't that bad for them. Yes, it was. They were you could say they were probably one of the favorites to win the World Cup, but they lost to the team that won it all. So you kind of see the progression.
But the defense in those situations, like obviously you have the likes of Company, you have your Potonkin, Marlon, etc. That was built on them having like a solid defensive pair.
But how good are those country defense really though at the tournament? Besides France, who else really has a very, very solid defense that you're afraid to go against them?
I'd say Portugal, for example. Obviously, France.
They're very pragmatic,
and then obviously the pragmatic. The thing is that like you're right. Many teams don't have it, but they don't necessarily have to if you put 10, 11 man or so behind the ball. And and the thing with Belgium is I don't necessarily think that Belgium. Yes, they have KDB. Yes, they have Torgan Hazard and his brother Eden.
No, I don't think
to actually break down a team that puts 10, 11 man behind the ball. I don't necessarily think they have the players to do that per se. So
no, I don't think they're gonna win it. But the question was like, what new team you think have a chance of winning? I just picked Belgium because I just think it's the obvious choice. You could also pick Turkey or Ukraine, but I would go with Belgium just because this golden generation, this is one of the last chance. They have this tournament and next year tournament to say what's up. Then after that, it's over because everybody's in their 30s now. So,
yeah.
No. Listen, my thing is, I generally have no idea who's going to win it because I refuse to believe that France is just going to just walk over everyone. I refuse to believe it. I think the Portugal thing is all hype, and something just tells me something is not going to click with Belgium. And I think that, it caught me if I'm wrong, I think the very fact that something has happened to Hazard, I think that's the main issue because if
talking with ball, don't worry.
No, Zach. Actually, guys, let's actually discuss this, man. This is interesting. So this is from Whimsical Thought. This is what some people are saying in the live chat because someone attacks me for not making Henry a horseman. So Whimsical Thoughts, thank you for the dub. Thank you for the dub, Whimsical Thought, man. He says, that's true. How did Nedved get the Ballon d'Or ahead of Henry? Did Henry deserve the Ballon d'Or that year?
2 words, white privilege.
It's Ballon d'Or. It's the same way how Figo won it, and Figo had to apologize to Raul, I think, when he won it. So It's all biased. I don't give a damn about individual.
But my thing is that when
it's hair privilege.
when Nedved won it, was that the year that Juve got to the final?
Yeah, it did.
It was 2000.
And they lost, but they lost in the penalty shootout to AC Milan.
Yeah.
Bro, Juventus always lose when they get to the final. I'm like,
we beat United beat Juventus 3-0 at the crib that season. I think we beat the 3-0.
My thing is that I have to look back specifically at what Nedved did, specifically maybe in that CL, because so that was in Invincibles. Was that Invincibles?
Invincible, I think, is a season later.
It's a season.
United won the league.
That was Porto.
So my thing is, what did Henry do that season?
Was it the season where he scored 20 goals, 20 assists?
Maybe it's the goals and assists.
Yeah, it is. It's like 50 combined.
So the reality is, what you do in the Champions League obviously has greater weighting than what you do domestically. And I think even if Juve didn't win the final, I think Nedved's performance as an individual in that CL campaign obviously had better weighting than Henry. So it is what it is. Like, if you ball in a CL, that's hence why that puts Kante in a much stronger position. And I see, for me, Henry is a guy who, it's like, I've always said with Henry is super talented, absolutely incredible player, like one of the best complete strikers that I think I've ever seen, and was critical for that in the Invincibles team. But what Henry is that 06 CL final, like that CL that he got with Barcelona, it was a group effort. Really, it was mainly a group effort. The best thing he did for France really was that goal he scored in Euro 2000 and the goal against Denmark, and obviously the clutch goal against Brazil. But he never really was a consistent clutch performer for France. He only had one clutch moment, which was the goal against Brazil. So, and also, Henry for France wasn't Henry for Arsenal. Like, he was a different player. Like, I don't think he was as extravagant. Because at Arsenal, he was incredible. Like, the guy just did some stuff that I've never seen anyone. Like, just incredible stuff. But he just wasn't that same dude for France. So for me, Henry is a guy who, like, super talented. Basically, I put it in the same category as like Figo. Amazing talent. But I can't put Henry and Figo as, these are elites, greats, highest the high, and so forth, So that's the thing. And also, didn't Juve win the Serie in 03? So that could have played in. So Henry's had. So I mean, if France win the Euros, and either Mbappe or Benzema are top scorer, is Kante screwed?
Yeah, he is.
But Kante was never going to win.
Yes, he is. He's screwed. Like I've always said, man. Like, I've
won the Champions League, so you still have a bit of a chance.
No, let's be real, guys. Even if France doesn't win the Euro, Kante was never going to win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah,
because Kante was never consistent throughout the year.
How is he?
Yeah,
bro,
no. Okay, wait, Wilton, hold up. If France win the Euros and Kante is critical and important for them winning the Euros, he doesn't have a chance?
I don't think he does. I don't think.
No. Let's be honest. No.
But I don't think they're gonna
HH. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
it's about marketing. It's about the goal scorers. That's what it's always been about. Goal scorers are going to be appreciated more so than midfielders, because this guy has to have an outstanding performance to the point where he leaps and bounds ahead of everyone. And I think all it takes Mbappe to win it is just scoring goals. He doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to have consistency in his style of play. That's the thing. That's why I don't think Kante is going to win it. It's as simple as that. And plus, Mbappe has actually shown up in the Champions League.
Yeah. So if Poland do well in the Euros, then Lewandowski has a really good chance as well.
Wait. So hold. Hussein, talk to me.
Oh yeah. So now HH, for the thing about Nedved, right? I wanted to say this is that in 2003. Nedved had probably one of the best performances in his life against Real Madrid. And when they beat Real Madrid, everyone was saying that was like the end of the Galacticos era. and that's kind of why Nedved was getting so much hype. But at the same time, that was unfortunate because Nedved actually got a yellow card, so he couldn't actually play in the final against Milan. So a lot of people are saying that maybe if Nedved played, he would have changed the final, and that's why he deserved
so Nedved
it.
didn't play the final?
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
And then just overall about this year, I like Conte, but I don't think he deserved it at all. I think because there's an international tournament, obviously it's going to really depend on who wins the Euros. I know in 2018, a lot of players like Griezmann, for example, Mbappe, like a lot of these players were higher ahead than Lionel Messi. In 2018, obviously they won the World Cup, but Messi did have a good 2018 year. So that's where a lot of people are saying, international matches have a big weight in terms of Ballon d'Or. So if Mbappe is getting a good, chances of scoring goals, then maybe he can, get top 3. If Lewandowski takes Poland far, he might as well just win the whole competition.
But that's not happening, though. It's also happening with Lewandowski and Poland, though. So he has to rely on his 40 goals, but he's not doing anything in Poland. Wait, no. Let him finish. Hussein.
No, I was done there. I agree with you, though, in that sense. I don't think they're going to get really far, but if they luckily do, then I guess there's a conversation there for Ballon d'Or.
Antonio.
I mean, Conte has the ball like almost every game. He has to be pretty much the reason if France win the Euros or get to the final. He has to be the biggest reason, because if Mbappe, and it's like Z-Man said, Mbappe just has to score. Mbappe just has to do a couple skills and then score. And so I think he's going to be one of the top scorers at the Euros. I don't think he'll be the top scorer, but he will be he'll be like number 3.
You know what, the thing that's against Conte too, bro. Conte wasn't even like in the top 5 for the Premier League best player. Was he even on that podium? He wasn't. He wasn't even top 5. So
well, I mean, it really just depends on the tournament and how he performs. If he
but
performs
that's what I'm
great,
saying. That's what I'm saying. You have to perform in your league.
So that's right. No, but the reality is, the Euros is going to have extra weighting because it's all about perception, and it's all about a movement because of what he did in those 3 CL games. If he now is big at the Euros and he helps, and he's one of France's best players that helps them win the Euros, that will just be a strong argument. So guys don't forget about the league. Like, that's perception will just be too strong to ignore. Where at the very least he's on the podium. Then it's about if the Copa America goes ahead and Argentina win the Copa America, then there's nothing to talk about. Like forget about it. Like, they're just waiting for Messi to win.
What happens if Portugal and Ronaldo scores the goal in the final? What then?
No, it has to be a good overall performance.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
Then no.
Cristiano's gonna win it.
If Ronaldo scores the final, then he does it. Then doesn't he?
So if Conte goes to the Euro final and scores the goal, but throughout the whole tournament he was bad, he deserves the Ballon d'Or? No. It has to be an overall good performance.
No, it's about marketing as well, man. That's the thing.
That's why Mbappe will win it.
Why would Mbappe win it when he lost the league on to Leo?
Wait, but hold on. He performed great in the CL. Hat-trick at the Camp Nou. Did great against Bayern. And then he's key for the Euros. And if they win it or get to the final, he would totally win it.
It was balls in the group stages. The only way they got through was because of Neymar. So let's not make it sound like this guy had a great champion.
Doesn't deserve it because of his
and then League on.
What are you talking about?
This is a Ballon d'Or given by France football. We can't forget that. You can't act as if Mbappe not winning Liga on doesn't mean anything. He's definitely still has a chance regardless.
Wasn't Mbappe the second top scorer in the Champions League this follow?
Yeah, scoring what those goals against that Turkish team, Besiktas.
No, but again, that's
no. He scored one against Besiktas.
Respect those guys.
But that's what he's getting. That's why Antonio said. If France wins the Euro, he has a good shot of winning it. But of all others, I really don't care about individual award. It's all about team trophies for me because I really don't give a damn how many Ballon d'Ors you won. But if I had to pick, I would give it to Lewandowski because he got robbed of last.
Wait. Okay, yeah, regardless what you think about
wait. I want to ask you guys. Hold on. So where are we? 243. something that someone brought up in the chat, and I think this is something that I think is a bit of a debate. So, player of the year in the EPL, it went to Diaz. Was Kane robbed? So here's the thing.
Isn't a writer's player there?
De Bruyne have won. KTB won the Player of the Year.
Okay, so both of them, writers and player of the year. People will say Kane had double digits of goals and assists. So as an individual, he was money. So was he robbed, or was it the case of like, well, those goals meant nothing because they led to no trophies and you ended up 7th?
I'm actually surprised he didn't win it because I mean,
he deserved to win at least the league title.
Wait, Gatlock.
Oh.
I'm surprised he didn't win it because it's English, bro. I mean, I don't think he was robbed. I mean, you gotta respect Diaz for what he did.
No, because okay, so I think you're right in terms of football writers, which is weird, but I think the player of the year are captains. I think it's captains.
Who comes up with these awards, bro?
Wait, so player of the year has to be captain. Okay.
Look, I think it's tight. I think it's tight for Luke Kane was enormous for Tottenham. But you gotta understand that for Diaz, he just came into this country and he's been one of the main reasons why City went on the run they went on. Okay, it's not as if they're battering teams. That his defending was clutch. The defending was clutch for them this season, and one of the main reasons they they clinched the title to begin with. So as much as Kane was great this season, I mean, you can't ignore the fact that Tottenham finished 7th. Okay, and
but Gavin, this is the issue I have with these awards. It's individual. It's not team. Like a team wins the Premier League.
The thing
I get up with these awards.
Not to mention the fact that
like I just said, bro.
We can't forget that when we can't forget.
Wait. Let Gatlock respond, and I'll come to Hussein Gatlock.
Hold on. Like I just said, his influence in the team. I didn't say it's because the team won the Premier League that's the reason why he got it. I said his influence on the team. What he did, he was the main guy in that defense. Okay. Yeah, I know Pep had to change the system a bit, but he was the main dude. He was like literally that whole starting 11. He was the only new guy there, except for maybe Ferran Torres, but he's in attack. Their defense is what helped City win this title, bro. So you can't just like ignore the fact that Diaz was immense. You guys are just remembering what he did in the Champions League final. Okay, throughout this season, Diaz, when he started to gel, he has been one of the reasons why that defense has been solid. Okay, this guy is making Stones look very good. So it's like,
and also my thing is this is that what do defenders have to do? Because I think somebody has even brought this up with the goals and assists. A defender can't be judged based on his goals and assists. He can't. So how you judge a defender has to be how well did you play a role and how did your role impact your team? So you can just say, oh my gosh, Kane got double digits of goals and assists. How could you put a defender over him? Oh, so Diaz is supposed to score double digits in goals and assists? No. So my thing is that what Kane did was great, but what did it lead to? Nothing. What Diaz did was, as Gatlo said, it improved Stones. Because we're not going to see Stones at the Euros without Diaz. It's going to be Nightmare on Elm Street. So he improved Stones, and his presence in there was critical in City winning a Papa John's Cup, whatever that's worth, and a Premier League title. So you've got... See, De Bruyne makes no sense. That's just stupid. I'm sorry. Like, that makes no sense. Because you can't give me a logical reason as to how De Bruyne is player of the season, even above Kane. I'd put Kane ahead of De Bruyne because I'm like, how? Like, what did De Bruyne do that was better than either Kane or Diaz?
They want to push the agenda. It's just that he's the best midfielder like in the world.
No.
I think it's something that you don't
agenda.
take it seriously. I just don't think you should take this award thing so seriously.
That's why I
just
never
think
do,
it's
bro.
lost its credibility. Players just voted like whatever.
No, the problem with the individual awards is the fact that you look at the year Salah won it. What was it? They didn't necessarily win the Premier League. They didn't perform that well. I don't think they won any cups. Correct me if I'm wrong. And my problem with the individual thing is if we're solely based on individual, if Salah could be awarded, why can Kane not? Because Kane's contribution to Spurs has been amazing. I mean, double digits in assists and goals.
It's popularity contest.
That's my problem. There's no consistency behind the award.
It's not only that, man.
Because it's not consistency. The players.
When was Salah awarded?
No. Oh, wait, hold up.
Wait, the 2000.
No. How do you give it to KDB over freaking Ilkay Gundogan?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Clearly,
popularity.
It's one of City's
When I only started balling towards the end of the season because he's been injured. Gundogan has been good throughout the entire season.
Yeah, he was the best player during that run.
It's an agenda. It's an agenda. No. Wait. Let me give it. They gave it to him because of what happened to him in that CL final. Because he was crying, they gave it to him as because 100%. It's the only reason. 100% because he's going to miss the opening game against Russia, even though that is not a big miss because you're not that crucial for Belgium. So just give it to him as a consolation. Wait,
can I say something?
Let me just hit these jobs. So where are we? So from your boy Ibrahim, who says HH Snyder 2010, Robin 2014. If not for goals and assists. Who won in 2014? Was that Christina?
Ronaldo,
was that Messi?
Yeah.
With the
Ballon d'Or, yes.
Ballon d'Or.
Cristiano won.
Ronaldo.
He deserved it.
Yeah. But
17
goals. I know. Yes, I know. So Ibrahim, 2010, Snyder was fully robbed, 100%. Like he led Inter Milan to a treble, and he led Holland to a World Cup final, which they won if Spain hadn't doped. 2014, bro, I've never seen a guy carry a young team like the way Robin did. Like what Robin did in 2014 was amazing. If Mascherano hadn't torn his asshole open for that block, if not for Mascherano, Robin would have. Wait, can I land? Let me land. If not for Mascherano, Robin would have scored the winning goal in that semi, made Messi look like a loser, and who knows what he would have done in the final. So first of all, 2010, we already know what Robin did, and he would have scored those two goals. I still don't accept that 2010 final. I don't know what happened. 2014, bro, those were a bunch of no names. He dragged a bunch of no names to a World Cup semi where he was about to score the winning goal, if not for Mascherano.
Can I respond?
100% he was the best.
Can I respond? I need to respond to this. So they had Van Persie, they had Snyder, they had what's the manager name?
Van Marwijk.
Van Gaal has a manager, and you telling me it was a bunch of nobodies? What are you talking about, bro?
Can I respond?
Yeah. That team was a gel.
Can I respond?
Bro, that team got to a World Cup final in 2010.
Can I respond? No, last I checked. Wait, Snyder. I don't think Snyder was in 2014.
He was.
He was.
Are you sure?
He was.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Van Persie as well.
He was.
Don't you remember Spain?
Let's talk about it. Talk about it. You have to give
a penalty.
Remember that
let me respond.
against Costa Rica?
Let me respond. Van Persie was past it and washed. Snyder was past it and washed. Hence why Robin was the only guy on that team. It was a one-man team.
Did he score those 5 goals against Spain in that 5-1 defeat?
Van Persie was amazing.
Did he score those 5 goals?
He scored the crucial. Did he score 2 goals? I think he scored 2 goals in that game.
Yeah, he scored 2 goals.
Van Persie scored 2.
Thank you. Who scored 2 Gs? Who scored 2
Van
Gs?
Persie scored 2 also.
I don't care. No, Robin was
Okay, no.
crucial
Okay,
for
no.
2015.
Okay.
He dragged that freaking team to a semis.
I'll give
If not for Mascherano, he's
that 5-1 against that 5-1. Okay, I'll give you that 5-1 against Spain because the 2 goals he scored against
Casillas.
Piqué and Ramos, the guy is useless. Then,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I
This
mean,
guy ran.
He gave that. So okay, wait.
What about
easy? No, easy. Let me do this. So Whimsical Thought, man, thank you for the meal, man. Thank you for the $20 meal. Whimsical, thank you for the meal. So Whimsical Thought says, Nedved, year 2003, 47 games, 14 goals, 3 assists. Henry, 55 games, 32 goals, 28 assists. The only title Nedved won was a Serie. But again, Henry just won the FA Cup. Could be the reason. So Ballon d'Or is an individual award or team success. Whimsical Thought, here's the thing. Van Dijk, Messi. People would have said, again, thank you for that, Dub. That's a really good one. So Van Dijk, Messi, you would have said that. Why? So I think that year, Barca won La Liga and Copa del Rey, I believe.
No, just La Liga, but we're competing for every trophy.
La Liga. They lost.
Yes, just La Liga. Yes, lost Copa del Rey.
We lost to Valencia because
okay, so my thing is this. So you would then say that because people's argument was like, wait a minute, look, Van Dijk was crucial and helped Liverpool win the Champions League. They didn't win the league. They lost the league by 1 point. They won the thing. Yeah, so my thing is, it's a combination. I think that it's a combination. It isn't solely an individual award because if there was no Euros or whatsoever, Benzema doesn't get it. If it's fully individual, I would argue Benzema should win it. If it's how well have you done as an individual, but what it is a combination of what you've done as an individual and what you've done as a team. So if there were no international tournaments, who wins it? Guys, I mean,
okay.
Who wins? Because it's like,
did Messi win it in 2012 then?
92 goals in a calendar year.
But you said there's trophies into it. He didn't win anything besides the Copa del Rey.
Bro, that goes beyond recognition. You see, there's one thing playing well, there's one thing scoring 92 goals in a year. That is unprecedented. So once you do something that doesn't make any logical sense, it trumps everything because that's just stupid.
So Lewandowski did something that didn't make sense to the Bundesliga this season.
What is a better feat? Okay, let's talk about it. 40 goals in the Bundesliga in 27 games, or 92 goals in a calendar year playing in La Liga at that time.
Obviously, the La Liga one.
Bro, 92 goals. Just think of we clown Ligue 1 and Bundesliga, but how did La Liga allow a single human?
But they dominated Europe as well.
It's international as well. No, but wait a minute.
Oh, he scored 50 goals.
Yeah, they've also dominated Europe. Like you can't make fun of a league if they've dominated Europe. That doesn't make sense.
Oh
my god.
Bro, you know the funny part, Gatlock?
Zeman, I don't want to hear any rubbish from you, Zeman.
No, they've dominated Europe though. You can't lie. Spain has dominated Europe at the time.
Zeman, a man scored 50 goals in a league.
Yeah, one of the greatest players of all time. Like, what are we talking about?
Gatlock, Cristiano came in second place with 46 goals. Imagine you losing a title.
Yeah.
Do you remember that Jimmy Jones guy that scored 70 goals?
Man, yeah.
Jimmy Jones.
Messi has 70.
Okay, no, I'm looking this up. That's a lie. Cristiano don't score 46 goals and lose the league title. That's a lie.
But we won the league title. He just lost the golden boot to Messi.
La Liga, what year was this?
2012.
2011.
Look at the golden boot, bro.
That was the year. That was
the year when Messi was chipping everyone.
Shut up.
To be honest with
you guys are lying.
Yeah, that's chippy Messi.
Bro, imagine you score 46 goals in the league, you finish. You can't go in the golden boot.
Okay, wait. So, top goal scorers.
Oh.
That's wild. Do you remember how Falcao was rated?
That's
Yes.
That's disgusting. Like that's stupid.
Yeah, Messi was pimp slapping everyone in the league.
That's stupid. How do you score 46 goals?
Poty displays the
Bro,
top of
that's
the
even more than
game.
the record in Bundesliga, man.
They were top of the
Record is
game, really.
41, man. Come on,
Top
man.
of the game.
So
Top of the game.
okay, let me ask you this again. I mean, back to what Stephen Winscoe was saying. Should these awards be solely what you do as an individual, or do you have to win awards? Does your performance have to constitute you winning trophies? Wilton.
My only issue with if it's solely individual, then defenders and midfielders are never gonna win it because at the end of the day, the best player that ever played the game are always attackers. They're always the number one option that people never put like a defender as the greatest to ever.
Is this the season where like someone held like 9 or 10? Or was
No,
this,
that was the 2015 season when we beat Granada like 9-0.
Yeah,
Cristiano
that was
scored like
disgraceful.
9-1, 9-1.
9-1. Cristiano scored like
Yo,
5 goals.
HH, hold on. Look at this. Okay, give me a second. Let me right.
Back to the topic. It's just
Oh my god.
if you're gonna make it based on if team trophy don't count, then a player like Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo gonna win it every single year because of their crazy goal scoring and their assist record. So I think you kind of have to bring a little bit team trophies into it, because what if I'm such an amazing defender and I'm the reason why you guys won this trophy, but I'm not gonna win it because you scored more goals than me? So you gotta bring, I think, team trophy. That's why I don't rate the Ballon d'Or, because they don't have a specific criteria for defenders and goalkeepers to win it. How's a goalkeeper supposed to win it?
I mean,
This was a 91 goal season, man. Look. 59, 38 La Liga games. Bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Arsenal got wrecked. Son. Yeah,
because how is a goalkeeper supposed to win it? Like, what do you have to do as a keeper?
I mean,
because these attacking plays are very impactful. But I think that the award should be awarded to somebody who's been the most impactful.
Yeah,
the reason why Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Van Dijk has been impactful, even though he doesn't score a lot of goals, but he's been impactful. And he's been
that's
amazing.
why for me, it's no. It's I think I like what Jesus says. I think that's the key word. How important or impactful have you been to your team? How impactful was Kane for Tottenham? Yes, you did something amazing individually, but what impact did that have for Tottenham's season? What did it lead to? And I think you have to use that, because if you just go via goals and assists, defenders don't have a chance. Midfielders have a very difficult job. Defenders have no chance. Goalkeepers, forget about it. So it's going to be like, man, if not for this, it's like, what's it called? Schmeichel during the treble-winning season, he was very important for Man United. They were great as everything, but Schmeichel was very important. So you have to take that into account as to how impactful Schmeichel was in that treble.
Even Neuer.
So was Roy Keane, so was Solskjaer, so was Andy Cole and Dwight York.
But no. But what I'm saying is that hence we have to use the impactful stats rather than the goals and assist stats.
What about Neuer in that German World Cup when he won the? I think they won the
Golden Gloves or something.
Won Golden Glove, and the year before he'd won. I think they won, and I think the year before he won the Champions League, and I think it was between Neuer and Messi, if I recall.
Is he relevant?
They were in the podium for the Ballon d'Or in 2020.
See, that's why I say that I don't recognize Messi's individual win for that World Cup, because what did you do in the knockouts?
Let's be honest, that was, they just wanted to give him something. Come on,
they wanted to give him.
Messi cannot come to World Cup final.
Do you know what it was? It was supposed to be the coming up. This is where he's now finally surpassed Pele and Maradona and so forth. So they'd already written the award with him on it, and Germany just ruined everything. And Argentina was supposed to win that World Cup. Messi gets heralded as the greatest in the world. He gets the individual one, whatever. But they screwed up. But Germany screwed everything up. So, but my thing is that no, For me, either you give it to Neuer, Lam, or Robin. Personally, I'd give it to Robin, but
you can't really give it to Neuer just because he got pimp slapped by Cristiano in the Champions League in the semifinal.
but World Cup holds extra weight.
World Cup is over that. He won a World Cup and won a
true. He was one of the best players.
So wait, okay, yes, okay, wait, did KDB win the award last season?
He did,
yeah. It was 2 in a row now.
It's 2
This was the second one.
I don't understand why I won it last season either, but the players, I think the reason I'll finish because I have to cut off. But like the thing about this PFA is that it's the actual players themselves that vote. It's not the journalists. It's not the managers. It's that the players.
It's the captains.
Is it the captain? Yeah, the captain's the player. So my fear is that these players, these captains, just play FIFA all day and they just look at KDB's stats and just like, man, this guy can ball, because they don't have time. Because they're busy training and everything, aren't they? So they don't have actually time to actually analyze what KDB does. So they just basically just play FIFA. I'm like, oh yeah, on what was it? Isn't Ultimate 11 or whatever it is that EA Ultimate Team. You just have to bring in KDB and he has like chemistry with everyone. So therefore he's the best player. That is the only logical explanation I can think of as to why the players.
That's yes, man. Last season,
it's stupid. It's stupid.
Last season he was the best player, man. Last season, and this season, HH, who do you think won the most points for Man City?
Well, let me guess. What you're going to say? KDB? Is that what you're going to tell me?
KDB won more than Gundogan. KDB has 15. Gundogan, I think he has 13.
This is based on your performance. Nobody was thinking about KDB. People was okay. Diaz,
Kane should have won, in my opinion.
You're basically no.
Yeah.
You see, for me, I can argue Diaz over Kane. You can have an argument, but you can have an argument either or. Bro, between Kane and De Bruyne. Based on performance, Kane performed better than.
So KDB was the best player last season, despite not winning the Premier League. How does that work?
20. Didn't he have like 20 assists and like
the assists?
Like he tied on the record, didn't he?
He was close.
As we said, to what in terms of impact? Okay, great. How does 20 assists? Okay, but what impact did he have? What impact was it?
Impact was
it? Why did Salah win?
So who did you give it to, Red Devil?
Was against Leon
last season.
What, last season? Well, at least one of the Liverpool players, either Van Dijk or Salah or something like that. I've got no problem with that. They won.
Wait. Red Devil. Who won in 2018?
Salah.
But
that's the
Van Dijk or Salah? Oh, Salah.
It was Salah, but this guy didn't contribute to his team winning anything that season.
He broke the record. Okay, he broke the record, man. Come on.
Hey, HH.
I don't get these awards.
Wait, hold on. So from your boy, I'll come to you, Anthony. Don't worry. So, Whimsical Thought, thank you for the dub. Whimsical Thought. It says exactly what was your individual impact on your respective team should be the main determinants for Ballon d'Or. Stats and titles should be only a bonus. You see, for me, my thing is, I like that impact. What impact? How important were you for your team? How was it a case of like, man, if this guy can play, boom. Guys, remember, City got 100 points without De Bruyne. Or was it 98 or 100?
98, yeah, 2019.
Okay, so they got 98 points without De Bruyne for the full season. So I'm sorry, he ain't that important for this freaking team.
This is why Mason Mount needs to get it. Because without Mason Mount, where would Chelsea be?
They don't finish that
let's be real.
Yeah, they don't.
Let's be real. Impact. We talk about impact. Does the panel agree? We're talking about impact.
It's just in the
where would Chelsea be?
You're right, Red Double. You got some good points.
Panel, relax.
Some terrible points, bro.
And if Mason Mount wars and gets England their first Euros.
Red Devil, relax. Red Devil.
And HH is in the mud, man.
Red Devil, chill. Let's just relax. Just please. Just relax over there. Just relax over there, man.
If Mason Mount somehow if he somehow won the Ballon d'Or by Ball of England, can you rename this hut the Mount Huts? Please, can it be like?
Wait, Red Devil, if I turn on my TV and I see Mason Mount holding that golden ball with like this huge massive grin, basically, I think someone needs to teach me what's it called, Bitcoin. Basically, I'll be like a business. I can wear like a suit. I'll turn this to a business channel. I'll give you Bitcoin advice. What's it called? Cryptocurrency, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so like that's my. But
why do you not like Mount?
Yeah, why don't you like Mount? I don't.
Yeah, like he's one of your player. Like,
bro, did you see that? He assists. He gives
No,
two hammers in that final like you always do.
No. The worst thing is HH said that we can't win the Champions League if we have a
Mount
dude
being
named
your
Mount
best
leading
player.
us. Yeah, what happened?
No,
What
no,
happened,
but
huh?
no. But
He's
to be
like-
fair to HS though, Lampard food or sauce, bro. Lampard food or sauce. So I'm guessing that's HS was still seeing from
Nah,
Lampard
he still had
perspective.
the same agenda regardless, bro. He still kept the same energy. That's the
No. Look, Mount is quality. It's just that I'm look. Let's see what he does in the Euros. I just don't rate him as highly as other people, you know. So from yesterday, why didn't Mane win it last season? That's a great because someone said, I think it was Heresy who said, "Oh, look how many points has De Bruyne won?" Statistically, if you want to be stats merchants, Mane won the most points for Liverpool last season.
Yeah, he scored a bunch of late goals for them now.
Yeah, like he literally won the most points as an individual for Liverpool last season, and De Bruyne won it. That doesn't make any sense.
Maybe for
because that is literally impacts. Like you had a major impact that helped. That was a major contributing factor for your team winning.
Maybe they made it up for 2018. Once they
when was the last time a black player won it?
Wait, Red Devil, is this like
Salah? Do you guys count Salah as black?
Salah's Egyptian.
Yeah, but that's still Africa though. That's still Africa.
He said black.
You just said Mane.
Black.
Red Devil, relax.
Why did Mane win it? I'm just saying when was the last time?
Mane wasn't even in contention last season. It was Henderson.
Exactly.
Wait, when was the last time?
Wait, guys, chill, relax. 1995. Why is it Jackson?
That's why.
What was this called? He says that if we base it on impact, then Ole has a Ballon d'Or. Red Devil, do you want to respond to this garbage piece of crap that your fellow United supporter has?
I'll talk about that treble. Because I think still there's only one English team that's got a treble. that's just so in legacy impact. Then I can understand what you're trying to say because no other English team has won a treble. Even yours truly. So it is what it is.
Oh, actually, well, VVD is half black, isn't he?
Oh, VVD won it, didn't he?
Yeah, he won it.
The guy
from Salah won it. Yeah.
Salah is black, bro. The guy is from Africa, bro.
No. Salah is Arabic. He's Arabic. Wait, what?
Wait, is Egypt located in Africa?
No. He's technically African. He is ethnically Arabic. Ethnically Arabic, technically African. Technically, he's African. But ethnically culturally speaking, guys, look, man, I need to go sleep. I need to go rest, guys. It starts, man. It starts. There might be a special Thursday show, late nights, just to present the Euros. Maybe like a little preview show to preview the Turkey-Italy game. But watch for it because, guys, it's all rolls through, man. Guys, join the fantasy league. We're running through, guys. Guys, peace out. Stay true. Stay real. One love. Peace. Look, man, Messi, you best hope and pray that Brazil are in the Copa America. No, I don't know. You can laugh on anyone. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. How cheap do you want to be? You want to have a Copa America knowing that Brazil are your only threat, and you want me to accept that? Wilson, give me a break.
But to be fair, though, it's just 2016. We didn't even pass the group stage, and he still didn't win it. So I think the guy just cursed, bro. You can't lose 4 finals.
No, but here's my thing is that, and people need to accept this. That is always going to be the asterisk on Messi's legacy is redefined club football. Did everything amazing, but he never did anything internationally. Because I think that to lose 3 finals in a row, the football gods are just telling you that no, this is going to be your blemish. And people online, people online are like, we don't care. Like, he is still the GOAT. But I'm like, that makes no sense. How can he be the GOAT when he has not won anything internationally? Where is the logic there?
Not even a Copa, bro. Like,
no, can I get a Copa? Doctor, can I get a Copa?
See, the
seriously, I need a World Cup. Like on the download, I actually need a World Cup. But you know what? Let's baby steps. Give me a Copa. Just give me a Copa. Give me a Copa. But and also, I don't want to hear this trash about how Higuain messed up. No, you had Di Maria, Higuain. You have a quality team. 2014, it was right there. It was right there. So, it's
well, he does have next year. He does have next year to say what's up at the 2022 World Cup.
Nah, it's like, see, Vilton, you have to take your chance when it comes, because when that chance, because 2014 the stars aligned. It was like right manager, right team, right itinerary, right routes. Everything was right. All you had to do was beat Germany.
Hold on. If this guy gets to a World Cup final in 2022, and now, like, let's say it's 1-0, 90th minute, he takes the penalty, and he misses the target.
Self-harm. He'll self-harm.
No, that's too much, bro. That's too much.
He'll self-harm.
Even me, I wouldn't wish that on Messi. That's cruel, bro. That's brutal.
No. You see, I would never, man. I would see, for me, he'll self-harm. You see, for me, because he pretty much quits. After he missed the penalty in our Copa America.
Yeah, he retired. He retired.
No, he retired. And then he had to be guilt tripped out. If he was to miss in a World Cup final, no, bro, he'd go mad. And see, here's the thing, I see Messi, I think this more than anything, he wants to win, because I think he knows guys in Argentina are like, nah, man, we don't respect this dude. We don't know, because guys in Argentina were like, okay, cool, you've put Argentina on the map, but Maradona gave something to Argentina, the country. You haven't given anything to Argentina, the country. And I think that, I'm sorry for people. See, people want to pick and choose. You can't just force me to say he's the GOAT based off what he's just done in club football. See, that's why I say Zidane is a better candidate than Messi. Because Zidane has what he did for France and what he did for Real Madrid.
That's what these Barca fans and people in Europe don't understand. People in Argentina they always respect Maradona over, of course, Messi. Just like how people always respect Dini over Neymar. It's just that kind of stuff, man.
It's the same reason why I feel like we don't speak with Cruyff that highly, because I think because he never won anything with the Dutch. I feel like if he won that 74 World Cup, we would speak of Cruyff highly more than we do. Like, most people don't talk about Johan Cruyff like they should, but I feel like if he would have won that 74 World Cup, we would have speak of him more highly, because the World Cup is that important, especially when you're from a country that have won it before. It's unfair, but Messi.
And also, like, you see, because people say, you see, people want to pick and choose. They say, the World Cup is irrelevant. It's just a holiday, 27 games and so forth. Everything's about the Champions League. But, like, now listen to this right now. See, I'm big on degree of difficulty. And people say, no, the Champions League is more difficult than the World Cup. But is it though? Champions League, you can pick and choose the players that you want. You play with a team every single week. So you have, it's not that it's easy, but you have an easier task with a team you train with for the best parts of 10 months, who have been cherry-picked to build the perfect system, as opposed to, I can only pick guys who are Argentine, and we have to now make it work with the best Argentinians in the world. So I can't come and say, I want this specific guy and this specific guy, No, this is who we are. These are the Argentines. Figure it out. So don't tell me that the World Cup is easier. It doesn't matter. No, the World Cup this is degree of difficulty. And also, I'm sorry, Argentina have won the World Cup twice, and they've been World Cup finalists twice.
Didn't that Chile team that beat Argentina lose to Germany U23 team in the Cup Confederation?
Confederations. Yeah.
I think Argentina went there.
No, Chile was there because they won the Copa. But I'm saying that Germany, it wasn't even the Germany strong squad. They still beat Chile.
Yeah, that was Germany C squad that beat Chile.
Yeah. we're like, I think Draxler like did like a crazy skill.
Yeah, bro. Messi, that's the team you can't beat, bro. Germany's team beat Chile, full team, bro.
No. It's
Chile didn't even make the next World Cup after that. Like that was sad.
No. But look, as I said again, look, I mean, for Messi, man, look. Whenever I don't know why people think it's wrong when I just say the best club player of all time, and guys that say, "Oh no, he's the GOAT." Like you can't just ignore a whole aspect of football. Like you can't ignore. Like, do you know what it means to be called the GOAT, the greatest? Full stop. That really means, oh, I have really encompassed all aspects of this whole football thing, not just one aspect. So it's
one of the reasons why I respect that Shaka Islop guy on ESPN. Man.
Yeah,
he's the only guy.
Shaka is the only guy I respect.
He's the only guy.
He's the only one that he's the only one that said, "Why do we have to anoint Messi as the GOAT? Why is this just a dying to anoint this flop as the GOAT when he hasn't done anything for Argentina?" He's the only one I respect.
Because see, best and greatest are two different things. You see, best, like Messi is at least top 3 best players that we've ever seen, just in terms of just performance and how good he is. Best, at least top 3. Greatest is more than just talent. Greatest is dud, high pressure. What have you achieved? What have you done as an individual? Hence why I said, like, what Ronaldo did in that 0-2 World Cup, that's greatness.
Yeah, but he's still not a GOAT, though. He's not top
No. See, like, he's my personal bias to GOAT, Ronaldo. But he's not an overall GOAT. No. But he's my personal GOAT because that's just me. In my own bias, that's just me. So, but look, here's the thing, though. What if this Copa America goes ahead, Brazil take part, and Messi wins the Copa America?
But that's the thing. Even if he does win it, like, you have to win the World Cup. I'm sorry. You just
No, he does. But my thing is that at least this would be like a monkey off his back. Like, this would at least be like, aha, I've done something for Argentina.
Didn't they win a trophy last year? One trophy, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Argentina?
Yes, it was they beat Brazil. It was a friendly. It was some Arabic trophy.
No, that doesn't matter. No. But you're right, though. Is that you see, Messi, he needs the World Cup. You need the World. Like for me, you see, I'm sorry, you can't have that. You can't just be called the greatest of all time and you've not won the World Cup. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. You know.
You see, I can't wait for the future generation when Messi and Ronaldo retire, because all these Messi and Ronaldo fanboys, they don't understand that the next generation will just be like, because look, for example, now the Champions League format is changing. Okay, things will change, but the World Cup is still the World Cup. Even if the format changes, it's still the World Cup.
And I think there is just something, because it is so old, it's becoming for so long, and it's a staple. Even as much as people want to try and change it, every time it comes, you can just feel the importance. And because it's every 4 years, because there is such a small margin of error, and the key thing is that no, you don't get to build your super team. Because that's what for Barcelona and Real Madrid, you can build your super team with this, that, and so forth. Sorry, this is Argentina. This is what you have. So Messi can say, "Oh no, but where's Iniesta? Where's Xavi? No, sorry, Xavi and Iniesta ain't here, bro. What about Villa? No, sorry, it's me. It's me. Make it happen." And also, someone in the live chat said, "Oh, figure it out." When I say figure it out, is Messi. They say that you're the GOAT, and you can do amazing things. Do something. Do something. If they give you the ball, create something, make something happen. You can't just say, "Oh well, it's the manager," because it's always someone. It's Higuaín, it's the food, it's the manager, it's the grass. It's this.
I really thought Messi scored that one-on-one he missed against Neuer. Usually he buries.
Bro, he buries that. He buries that. He buries that. No, look, but my thing is that look, and here's the thing: I want Messi to win something for Argentina. because I think that it would be unfortunate that someone so talented and so generational did not do something for his country.
That's the
It'd be
thing about
unfortunate.
it. Life is unfair, but this is where it comes into it. If Messi was from like Norway, if Messi was Norwegian or Poland, he wouldn't have that pressure. But since you're from a nation that have won it before, you have the pressure to win it. Life is unfair, but it is what it is.
That's why people can have sympathy for Ronaldo, but like Messi, man, you have your country has history. Okay.
Yes, that's the key.
Because Ronaldo doesn't have a Maradona hanging off his back for him to be like, okay, I need to stop. Messi, as long as Maradona, as long as you haven't won that World Cup, Maradona will always be seen for Argentina. Maybe as overall, yeah, Messi will be better, but for Argentina, Maradona will always be more respected. They are still honoring. I think Argentina played Chile recently in the qualifiers. They are still honoring Maradona even up to now.
Oh no! And I think for me, people in Argentina will never view Messi the same as Maradona. They'll respect him, they'll appreciate him, but they'll never view him the same. Like, you see, for me, like Maradona, for me, that's why it was so. I felt so bad when he died. I felt so bad because for me, Maradona, that's football. Like one of my most iconic moments. I think it's Totally Awesome who has hit on his avatar. Like when Maradona scored in the '94 World Cup against Greece. And then you basically see him go up to the camera and basically scream. And it's like, yeah, this guy's on drugs. But when you just look at the passion this guy has and just how much he can, because that's a key part of football. Yes, it's a talent, skill and everything, but a key part of football is how much you care. Say what you will about Cristiano. Say what you will about how trash he is right now. That man cares. Cristiano, the man cares. The man is going to put everything onto that pitch. Because I always said, if you married Messi's skill with Cristiano's character, that's Maradona. Like Maradona is Cristiano's mentality and Messi's skill. Hence why I say, look, see, Pele is like the overall GOAT. But I think the real GOAT is Maradona. But the overall general GOAT is, look, bro, the guy was 17. The guy was 17. The guy was 17. So it's like, see, I don't care this thing about Pele is people are like, oh my gosh, like defenders were so bad. No, he was doing stuff that these guys had never seen before. So guys are like, I've never seen a guy keep the ball up like keep it up during a game. I've never seen a guy just flip the ball over someone's head. I've never seen a guy just do like a volley like this. So it looks as if the defenders are bad. No, that's because they're like, wait, what is this? Like, what is this teenager doing with grown men?
They didn't have the facilities for that, man. They didn't have the facilities to deal with him, man. Like,
you know that Twitter video where, like, I think I don't know where it's from. Where like sorry, we don't have the capacity for this, and then they begin to cry or something. There's a video where people use that thing.
Oh yeah. That dude that was doing like that was on the podium and just saying, I was crying. Yeah, that shit made me laugh.
It's like, we don't have the capacity for this to cry. But no, it's like, no, look, my thing is, look, these Euros are going to be interesting, man. But I just see, I would love if there's a new winner.
I'll say the same thing. So I want to.
I'd love if there is
as much as I hate.
Okay, should I say one thing?
I want him.
I would like it if there's a new winner. I don't want it to be England. Okay,
I don't want it to be England too. I don't hate England, but gosh, bro,
no, they are not like, bro. Them are like, because see, if speaking about England is that they never let, like, if look, England, they lost to Iceland. Even after they lost to Iceland, they still think that they're the best in the world. I'm like, you can't beat them. You think that Iceland would humble them and say, okay, let's be humble, let's be respectful, but they'll never be humble.
It's like Arsenal fans.
Deep down, you see, deep down, I actually want them to win because I actually like some of their players and I think they deserve it. But It's just that the aftermath, the media is what I cannot handle.
It's mad.
That's all I cannot handle. I just can't handle it, man.
You see, no, but I said no. I maybe say England, Scotland will be funny though, because that's like a deep. Because that's like now that's history. That is like deep history. But look, man, it's like I just think that's look. I can't envision England winning it because once they face a team that knows how to play football, I don't know how they beat them. Because like the attack is cool, but that midfield is nonsense. And it's just that guys, France just look too good. It's as if France, it's too good. It's almost too good to be true.
Yeah, it's too perfect, and I think that's the reason why, because Brazil were the favorites, and I don't know what people. Brazil were the favorites. They were the team to beat in that World Cup 2018, and it's France that won it, man. So it's
could we see a repeat of what happened in '98? They won the World Cup in 2000. They won the Euro, so we could be seeing a repeat.
Okay, good. Guys, look, man. Let me head up, man. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this
See you on
after casting,
Thursday.
man. Guys, peace out. Peace out.